recording in case I decide to throw this on YouTube because I get weird thoughts all the time. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. Welcome back to the Krieg Dominion. I am Omar Krieg, your Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion. And this is Warhammer 40k Only War, which is a Warhammer 40k tabletop role-playing game put out by Fantasy Flight Games Design Workshop. One of several TTRPGs set within the Warhammer 40k universe. I am joined by Grimdark James, and I will let him have a moment to talk about himself here in just a second. But the gist of what we're doing here is we have a scenario set up from the core rule book. It's the starter mission, or the how to teach your players how to play the game. Because I have been considering starting a Warhammer 40k campaign. Just not sure if it's going to be set for Rogue Trader or Only War, or it may end up actually being Alien RPG. My brain runs all over the place, so it's difficult to corral it. At any rate, Grimdark James is here to join me to guide me through some of the finer points of the combat system utilized in FFG games for Warhammer 40k. James, why don't you go ahead and spend a few minutes talking about yourself so I can play with my phone for a minute.
Okay, no worries. As Omar said, I'm Grimdark James. I have been involved with Warhammer since the late 80s. I started with first edition, aka Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, I think in 88, about a year after it came out. I worked for Games Workshop when it first opened up in Australia in one of the retail branches. Worked across a couple of them, in fact. And then more recently, I guess more importantly to this particular thing, is during the time period during which FFG had the 40k license, I ran the Grimdark podcast along with my friend Mike, which was a multi-Emmy nominated gaming podcast all about the role-playing settings in 40k. So starting with Dark Heresy through Rogue Trader, Death Watch, Black Crusade, and Only War. And then in the latter part of the show, talking about Wrath and Glory, initially from Ulysses Spieler and then from Cubicle 7 Games. More recently, I ran a stream of Rogue Trader via AP Gaming Reels channel on Twitch and later on YouTube. So you can find that by looking for Rogue Trader The Last Scion on YouTube. That ran for 3 full seasons. And I'm now also playing in an Imperial Maledictum game with Omar on the same channel. So I guess they are my 40k credentials.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to credentials, you've got some pretty good ones, just from the fact that, one, you've been there since the 80s, two, you actually worked with GDW and Wrath and Glory and everything else.
GDW is different. So Games Workshop, GDW right. did Twilight 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, GW, or now they call themselves Warhammer now, is
okay. Yeah, I get some of the names because I know, intellectually, I think I know, in the back of my head, there's a distinct difference between Games Workshop and Games Design Workshop. Yeah. Which, of course, ironically, tonight we were supposed to do Traveler 2300, but had a medical issue that needed to be attended to by one player, and then another player had some other personal stuff going on. So that's why we're doing this tonight. But it's ironic because GDW originally, not originally, somewhere along the way, GDW had some Traveler access. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if that's the best way to phrase it, but they had some of the Traveler content or God, what's the word I'm looking for here? IP. Is that what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
And I sometimes get the two confused because I have dabbled in both systems or both worlds or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that Imperial Maledictum. AP Gaming Reel, let me think here. Doesn't stream a lot, usually just a couple of times a week for his various shows that he's doing. But you can definitely find him on YouTube. Just search up AP Gaming Reel, all one word, and you'll find all of his content. And frankly, I've been in that community for, I think, going on 2 to 3 years or something like that now. And I definitely did watch a lot of that Rogue Trader stuff. That was some good stuff. But of course, I think it was ultimately the BattleTech stuff that drew me in initially. But yeah.
And let's face it, Warhammer only exists because of BattleTech.
We've had that discussion once or twice before. In fact, I never even knew that for sure until you had mentioned that. I think that's when you played as the Cyan Spirits against my Merrick Industrialists for the late 3022 championship.
I think so, yeah.
So, and of course, Grimdark James, don't let him lie to you. He also plays in one of my shows, the Greyland Trios League, as the Baron Isaac Weissman, team manager for the Lyran Debutantes, one of the currently 10 teams in the GTL, and I believe currently ranked number 3 off the top of my head. I think it is. So, but yeah. Anyway, so I have been going back and forth over the last probably a month or so because I'm looking at starting a new campaign around the beginning of the new year. Sometime probably mid to late January is what I'm expecting at this point. What I don't know is if it's going to be only war, if it's going to be Rogue Trader, if it's going to be Alien RPG, because that's also a system that I've been diving into lately that is really cool. I like a lot of the things I've seen in that so far, and I've seen a couple of different YouTube YouTube series, different groups putting stuff together for that. Slices and Dices is one that I've watched. They have a pretty good campaign out on YouTube. You should look them out, check them out. They have a number of Alien RPG cinematic scenarios, which is more or less like a one shot, and then they have the not Fifth Frontier. It's the Frontier War series in their playlist. So go check them out. It's some good stuff in there. But yeah, so I don't know which way I'm going to go. So, of course, I'm trying to, consume as much knowledge and rules and whatnot along the way. And frankly, no matter which system I dive into, it just draws me in more. And then I'm like, well, what about this one? Because I'm thinking about this one. And I dive into that one. And I'm like, oh, I want to do this one. And if I had enough time, I'd do them all. But I don't have the time. So I've asked James to join me tonight to show me the ropes, as it were, with how Only War does its combat, which, of course, as I mentioned briefly a moment ago or so, the Fantasy Flight games for the Warhammer 40k combat system is pretty straightforward across the board, more or less the same. From the few things I've noticed, there's probably a couple of minor tweaks and minor changes from one game to the other, but ultimately basically the same thing. And I've got the basics down. Like, you have your weapon skill or ballistic skill that sets your target number. You have various modifiers, and you have to roll a 1d100 under it in order to be successful with your attack. Of course, there's a lot more to it than that. And so I asked James to kind of show me some of those things, or at the very least get through this battle. So we have here on the table right now more or less a setup for the first combat action that takes place in the starter mission in the back of the core rulebook for Only War. Which, by the way, if you develop an RPG title and you publish a core rulebook and you don't have an example mission in the back, you get less points from me. I'll just say that. I love having that first mission in there just to kind of give me an idea of what that particular rule set structure is supposed to look like, or should look like, could look like, whatever. At any rate, so
Imperial Maledictum failed you because it does not have a sample
adventure. It does not, and neither did Wrath and Glory, as I recall. Now, I will say, Imperial Maledictum did release Chemical Burn not that long ago, which happened to coincide with roughly the time that they started releasing the hardcover, or the actual book.
Tangible. Anyone that pre-ordered Imperial Maledictum got Chemical Burn for free.
Correct. And if I'm not mistaken, Wrath and Glory had a number of free items, including a couple of different adventures that were later released after the initial publishing. And I don't know the exact timeline, because I kind of dabbled with Wrath and Glory a little bit and then moved on because it got a little. No, I think a little too crunchy might be the best way to phrase it, but I don't want to make it sound bad, because Wrath and Glory is pretty cool from what I saw. It just wasn't quite what I was looking for in a Warhammer game. At any rate, we have some Imperial Guardsmen over here And of course, I almost pointed at the screen like you could see the screen, or me pointing. But anyway, we have some Imperial Guardsmen over here next to a crashed ship that I stole out of. Oh God, I don't even remember where did I get these models from? Is it Workshop? Somebody. Oh, right here. FTC 40K 9th edition base. Basically, if you go on Steam with Tabletop Simulator, you can find these guys. I don't know who made it. I can't give them credit without doing a lot more looking into it than I can do right now. But I stole the models out of there because the one cool thing about TTS is you can always save an object from one game or one scenario or one whatever, and then once you have it saved, it's basically saved on your hard drive, and then you can port it into whatever you're trying to do yourself. So anyway, so I took this ship out of oh God, what's the space one, James? Battlefleet Gothic.
Battlefleet Gothic.
Yeah. So I took that out of there. I took a transport ship. Because the story is you're on your way to this planet named Skrin, because you're gonna go and shore up some of the local defenders' efforts against wiping out the orc infestation that's going on. But your ship crashes instead of landing in the drop zone it was supposed to go to, and so you have to fight off the local the local orc infestation, so that you can later link up with the rest of your people. Now, the one cool thing, this is actually something I really liked about Only War. The players as a group create their own regiment, which can vary from, your standard, a bunch of people on foot, hoofing it everywhere with las guns and whatever else they've got. You can have a tank regiment. You can have artillery regiment, although that's in, I'm going to say Emperor, Shield of the Emperor. It might be the other one. It's not in the base core rulebook.
Shield of Humanity and Hammer of the Emperor.
Thank you.
The 2 books.
Yeah, yep. So I got them mashed up into one. Nice. But yeah, so what I did here, I kind of just went with a generic, not generic, mechanized infantry. So basically a bunch of infantry that ride around inside a Chimera, which we have here on the ground. And I have a squad, something like 9 soldiers. I also rolled up a couple characters, kind of, for shits and grins. One of the things I like to do when I'm tackling a new RPG is roll up a couple of characters myself, following the rules, just to get a grasp for how the character creation process is made or done. So I have a sergeant and I have a commissar. But other than that, we have a squad with a heavy stubber team and the Chimera itself. Now, we don't have to use those, of course. This is just what I came up with for my own SNGs. And they are facing off against 2 different little groups of orcs. So over here, don't mind the vehicles. The vehicles are there only if the players have vehicles in their outfit. But I have a couple of orc slugga boys over here. And they have their slugga, and they have a choppa. God, I can't speak orc, man. Dropping that R is just messing me up.
You got to learn the glottal stop.
Is that what it is? The choppa. No, I'm still not getting it right.
So a glottal stop is when you drop out the middle consonant. So
yeah,
rather than saying like butter, it'd be butter.
Yeah, the choppa.
So, yeah.
So they have the slugga. I'm not gonna get it in common use until I practice it 100,000 times. But anyway, so they have basically a pistol and a machete, chopper, cleaver kind of thing. And then over here we have some Gretchen and a couple of runt herds, who basically the runt herds corral the Gretchen, because if you don't keep an eye on them, they will literally run off and do something entirely different, much more amenable to their safety and or comfort. Ironically, Gretchen are significantly smarter than all the other orcs. I thought that was funny when I was looking at the stats last night. James, I kind of want to give you the choice. I also kind of want to play the guardsman, but you are the guest, so if you want to choose one side or the other, I can't stop you.
Oh, look, I think the point is, I don't know if we're playing this adversarial or just to sort of learn the rules. So I'm happy to sort of, if you want me to do what the orcs would do, that's fine. And we can still talk through the decisions on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for a little bit of competitiveness, of course, but obviously the biggest thing here is just getting a firmer grasp on the rule set. So, um, if you want to take the orcs, that's cool. If you want to take the guardsmen, that's cool too. I don't mind playing orcs. I don't mind playing guardsmen. So, kind of leaving the ball in your court, as it were.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy. I'll happily run the orcs in. So
Okay. So in the scenario, it does set up your initial parameters or what have you. Basically, the ship has crashed. I've got a couple of lines drawn on the map to indicate basically the ground that's been torn up as the ship came down. And if you notice, there's the actual little stand for the ship is down here because I wanted to kind of put the ship at an odd angle on the ground. Uh, the book indicates that there's some nearby ruins or rubble that can be used for cover, but it's you got to get it there. The book also said the sluggas start at about 150 meters, which, of course, I'm using the scale of 1 inch as measured on TTS to equal a meter. But also, I didn't want to have a gigantic table, so we're sitting at somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 between 90 and 120, I think, from
yep.
the two sides. Closer to 80, actually. Um, and they said that the Gretchen and the herders, whatever, they're supposed to be a little bit closer, but the shooters, I'm sorry, sluggas were even further out. If you want, we can do just the ground-based infantry stuff, and if we, depending on time constraints and whatnot, we can maybe trade shots at each other with the chimera and the battle. And that's not a battle wagon. No, wait, it is a battle wagon. Yeah, it is a battle wagon. I got
Yeah.
confused for a sec. I was thinking of the bus from Fortnite, the battle bus.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Where are we
Anyways,
dropping?
yeah, where we're dropping exactly. So for the moment, I'm just gonna set the chimera uh off to the side for now, and I'll just use my grunts, and then so usually there's no. I feel like there would be no real surprise by this point, although maybe the book says something a little bit different. I don't know. But otherwise, I believe the first step is rolling initiative, which of course is just one die plus agility. We have
Agility bonus.
agility bonus is what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I only have two actual characters. The other people, they're just extra bodies. And the commissar doesn't have a comrade because he's a commissar.
Yeah.
And the sergeant has one, but I didn't really designate which one. Which one of these two is the sergeant? This one here. They have name. They're the where's it? Comrade has a name. Emil Katyos. Did I name one of these guys? I don't think so. Other than the two players. Oh, here you go. Here's your buddy. Of course, some of these models still have the Warhammer stats on them. The
From the
ninth edition, and not as the RPG. Oh God, what is it? That sounds right. Okay. So yeah, and then I had a thought earlier today too, James, and I wanted to kind of bounce this idea off of you. For random NPC troopers, would it be out of character or silly to just basically give them all the same, like say 25 or 30 for all their stats as a generic starting point?
Is there not a standard guardsman in the Allies adversaries list you could use the stats for?
I could if I find. Well, that's not the one. Let me find my book. And then I gotta get to that particular chapter. It could take a second.
Allies and adversaries. NPCs.
Adversaries and NPCs. It doesn't specify guardsmen. It just says NPCs. 371. Oh, that's close enough.
Imperial Guardsman. Here you go.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Imperial Guardsman. Yep.
Just standard troop. Ironically, I wasn't that far off with using like 25 or 30 for their base stats. I don't know what Nerves of Steel does off the top of my head. That's the one thing I don't know is a lot of those talents and traits.
Not the talents, yeah, and like I know what some of them do, but the other thing is that some of them got updated from from book to book. Like when I was running Rogue Trader, the way that Rogue Trader handles rapid fire or burst fire is different to the way that only Warhammers are, for example. So
Right.
nerves of steel in this system means that you can re-roll failed willpower tests to avoid or to recover from pinning. And in addition, you are seldom impressed by your enemy's displays, gaining +10 on willpower tests to resist intimidation.
Right. I'm sure I'm going to remember all of that. It's nice to have something to resist against pinning.
Yes.
Let's see. And, well, let's just copy all of this and see what gets transferred over. What doesn't? Because apparently there is a character limit on these guys. Oh no, that one actually took all of it. Okay. Alright. And then
Right.
I think Comrades would have something different, but I'm gonna give him the same stats as the rest.
Well, comrades, you don't roll like you would roll a normal thing. So
Yeah, they're more of like
they're,
a buff carrier, basically, isn't it?
yeah, they can still take actions and they can still make, but things like any time a shot hits you, if it rolls doubles, it hits your comrade instead.
Ah.
Yeah, and comrades you don't track their damage; they just have 3 statuses: unharmed, wounded, and dead.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the commissar. What do you think, James? 10 bodies, including the commissar, or 10 bodies plus the commissar? Because
Well,
commissar
it's
is
probably
normally
be,
on squad.
yeah. So it would normally be 10 plus a commissar, but the issue you'll have the issue there is that normally only 10 can ride in a chimera.
Ah, yeah. So let me
Yeah.
see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, there's a squad right there. Okay. Just down there. All right. I think in that case, I am pretty much set up. Other than these guys have 2 guys here in the stubborn, and I don't think I don't have the stats for the stubborn, but I have them written down somewhere.
Well, I mean, you've got the heavy bolter model there. If you want to have the heavy bolter or the heavy stubber.
It's supposed to be a stubber. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see, because this does have a couple of different modes.
Yeah.
Infantry squad, infantry squad.
I think
Mortar.
based on it's based on the real world model, and there is no stubber for the real world model. Heavy stubber because it's not because the heavy stubber isn't a crew serve weapon.
Maybe it's supposed to be heavy bolter then.
Yeah, a single guy can use a heavy stubber, but a heavy bolter, missile launcher, mortar, or las cannon are all crew served.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking, but maybe it was in my head that I got it twisted a little bit as far as the differences. I know a heavy bolter is basically a heavy machine gun version of a bolt gun.
Yeah.
But I was thinking the heavy stubber was something closer to it, like a 50 caliber
That's
machine gun.
exactly what heavy stubber is. It's like a belt fed 50 cal.
Okay.
But you know, I suppose a belt fed 50 cal can be treated as a crew serve weapon, or it probably is treated as a crew serve weapon.
I can guarantee you it is. Because it would be a 3-person carry, because one person would carry the receiver, one person would carry the barrel, and then one person would be your ammo bearer / tripod. Otherwise, it gets mounted on a vehicle. Typically, the 50 caliber, in my experience in the military anyway, it wasn't used as part of your squad as far as any sort of heavy weapons goes. It's always more for like the vehicle mounts or like guard duty around a position or something like that.
Yeah.
At any rate, we'll go with these stats here for, well, again, the heavy bolter isn't listed, but we have the stats. We can always refer to it as needed. So yeah, I think we're looking at rolling some initiative.
All right. So should we just do I'll just do like one for each group of orcs rather than doing individual orcs?
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it. One for the sluggers, one for the Gretchen, and if you want to distinguish between the Gretchen and the herders, I'll leave that up to you.
That's fine. I'll do it. Okay, so as I say, 9 plus the these guys have a bonus of 3, so they're at 12.
And then I do have add. I guess I didn't save it. I had an initiative card over here, but maybe I didn't save one. games. I had a note card over here to help me keep track of initiative.
Only a 1 for the Gretchen, which puts them at 4.
All right, you got your sluggers in one group. You've got your. Are you doing Gretchen and herders, or are you doing Gretchen?
May as well. We'll keep them together because they have the same agility bonus, so it's not going to affect their initiative.
Gotcha. Gretchen herders. All right, what did you roll for your sluggers?
12.
12. And for the Gretchen?
4.
All right, and then I'm gonna do the 2 characters, the commissar and the sergeant, and then the rest of the squad, and then the crew served. Probably the easiest way to do that. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
So we got Stolagant, we've got Alexander something other, Fyodorovich, I think is his name. Squad and heavy stones. All right. Let's see. Stolagant. Your agility bonus is a 3. Sola. Let's zoom out a little bit. I don't need. Damn it, James! What number did I just say? Because my short-term memory is shit. 5.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a 7, but I might be wrong.
I rolled the black one, so it's 2 plus 3, I think. It should be 5. I just don't trust my memory. Yeah, I rolled a 2. Okay, and then let's do this. Fyodorovich, 10 plus his agility bonus of 3. Looks like 13. Of course, the commissar will be leading by example by moving before everybody else. So far, anyway. And then the squad. 3, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna re-roll that just because you already rolled a 12. And then Stubbers is going to also, I imagine, they're just guardsmen. The Stubbers. So a plus 3. 8. Alright, so that puts us with moving first. James, is your mic acting up?
Yeah. Sorry, were you? What were you hearing? Sorry.
I don't know if it's something bleeding over or if your mic is keying and shorting a little bit.
Oh, I was flicking at pages of a book.
Oh, maybe that's what I was hearing then.
Yeah, I think because the book hasn't been opened in a while, the spine is making crinkling noises whenever I use it.
Okay. I mean, I hear shit all the time, so it's fine. I'm just getting the initiative order set right here. Heavy stubs. I think we got it. All right, and now I need a bunch of tiny little dice. I only needed 1. Scale this fucker way down. Nope. What? Are you good with the initiative tracker right here, or do you need it somewhere else, or are you?
Let me see. That's fine. No worries.
Because I'm gonna lock it just so I don't do anything else stupid to it.
Yeah.
This is going. 1. There. Here. 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 And then I little bit of staggering because it's going to start clicking on each other. This is one of those OCD things right here. Behind me. Okay. All right. And now, next thing really is move or shoot or do something, right?
Yeah, so effectively your action economy is you have one full action or two half actions to
Right.
use.
Also, side note, we can get more dice, right? You know what? Here, let me just set some dice over there for you, and then do those. So we're not constantly reaching all over the table trying to find them. Unless you want to do something different. Just for your own edification, for percentile, I'm using the black die as the tens dice.
Okay.
In that case, so yeah, so we know there's orcs out there.
I'm playing orcs. I'm playing orcs. So I can actually see the black dice.
I feel like there's more to the story, so please elucidate us.
Orcs believe that painting things purple makes them invisible. Like painting things red makes them go faster.
Yeah, I knew the red, and there's one for luck, and I want to say it's yellow, but I might be wrong. Those are the only ones I know.
Yeah, but I thought blue was maybe the. Anyway,
The lore of Warhammer 40k, especially when it comes to orcs, is hilarious. Let me see. I know there's orcs coming, and these guys over here look like the bigger issue. My concern is I can only go about there. No, that's not right. What's this movement? 3, 6, 12, 18. 18 if I just bolt. Right? Ooh, zoomed in a little too farther. Yeah, so if I run, which will give me some modifiers to being shot at. Can he get... Yep, can do that, actually. So yeah, Piotrowicz is going to run straight up to this thing here, which I imagine would give something like at least a +10 cover. Now, with him...
So you know how how your movement speed works?
18 is what I have for running. Let me double check in the rules. Or, yeah, in the rules.
Yeah, so you can, so as a half action, you can move your half action. Full action, you can go 6. Charge, is only when you can end your movement in contact with an enemy unit, and you must move your last 4 inches or 4 meters as a straight line.
Yeah.
And then run is just where you're going all out, and it gives you a penalty to be hit with ballistic attacks, but a bonus to be hit with melee attacks.
Right, which I feel like if I'm going to just straight hoof across open ground, this is the time to do it. Because nobody's going to be swinging an axe at me, but they might try to shoot at me, so...
And just to clarify the way with orcs, is that red is faster, purple is sneakier, yellow is bigger, blue is luckier, green is better.
Green is just better.
Yeah.
That makes sense though, because they're greenskins.
Yep.
I love some of the lore. It's just ridiculous. I just love it. All right, that is Piotrowicz. So, unless I'm wrong, he can move a full 18 inches, and now he has I want to say, what'd you say, -20 to being shot at?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, let me go ahead and change his number to, well, I'm just going to leave it on 1. He's completed 1 turn. And it now is the Slugga's turn. And he has...
well, they're obviously completely out of range too. So they also have a run of 18, so they're going to do their 18. Oh, what's the? I got to get. That's it.
Oh, I see. I see what you did with your initiative numbers there. I see how you're keeping that straight.
Okay, so they run forward as orcs are wont to do, and that's their action done.
Yep, they wanna get right into the fight. All right, next I believe is oh, my squad can actually move. Now I didn't actually set these guys up in any sort of formation or anything, so let me go ahead and fix that right quick. Yeah, that looks like a decent one. Start in there. Question for you. I know it's in the book somewhere about cover. Oh, it's right here. Oh, but it doesn't give you a penalty being hit. It just gives you extra armor protection.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so I have like I imagine it looks like sandbags or something like that over here, where
Yep.
Piotrevich is. So that's going to actually give him a lot of armor. It's going to give him 8 armor. At least towards the sluggas. He'll have to worry
Yeah,
about the
and only the locations covered by it. So if he's ducked down behind it completely, it's total.
right,
If he is like braced against it with his midsection up, it's only to his legs, for example. So
right. That makes sense. Okay.
yep.
Um, in that case, I think the squad is going to. Well, they can't quite make it, but they can get to there because they're also going to be looking for cover. And these sandbags seem to be a little bit more better cover for a group of people than it would be for trying to poke around the tower bits right here.
Yeah.
And that is them. And then Gant, I'm going to move the comrade with Gant. She is actually, you know what? She's going to move with her squad too. I feel like that's where she should go. And she can actually get a little bit further up. Oh, she can actually get up to the cover. So Gant and Katyos will be up there, and they will get their extra protect. And that is them. And that takes it to your Gretchen. What are your Gretchen going to do, James?
Okay. Well, they can't quite get within range to shoot at long range. So normally, you can shoot up to twice the range of your weapon, but that is a
Correct.
long range shot.
Right. It's a
But in this
minus
case,
10.
even if they, yeah, even if they move forward, only the 2 inches, they wouldn't quite be within range of the commissar. So we are going to have them also sprint forward. I'll just keep them and the run herds moving, even though the run herds can move faster. I would just move them.
Move them together.
See, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the
So-
run herders would be trying to move them as far forward as fast as they can collectively, because otherwise they may wander off.
Yeah. All right, come back here. There we go. All right.
I'm okay. If you end up with like 12.1, I'm not gonna be a stickler. I know it could get a little tricky sometimes. And now they are in range of not quite long range. So I think Mr. Petrovich there is gonna have to rethink things. Oh, when I put squad, did I put? Oh, I skipped the heavy stubs. Okay, whatever. He's gonna. You know what he's gonna do? Since I should have moved him before I moved the squad, he's actually gonna move up here. And this is my argument. Well, maybe not quite there. Maybe more like there. Because for the moment, they can do some suppressing fire that way and keep him from being in harm's way. And then once that threat is dealt with, or this becomes a bigger threat, over here, they'll just rotate over that way. Yeah, I like that. I think that's what they're going to do. And that will take us back to the top of the order. Unless I'm missing something.
No, you're fine so far.
Petrovich, I want to say it's 30 meters for his bolt pistol. Whatever the hell it's called.
The pistols are 30 meters, yep.
Yep, and it's good. So that gives me a +5 to hit.
Good quality.
Yeah, good.
It's the case in melee weapons. Let's double check how this one only one handled quality on ranged weapons. It might be different.
Yeah, that's one thing I was wanting to do too.
Yeah, we like in the previous ones, good quality just produced a chance of a weapon failure basically. So it's just what you see what it does for.
On the Game Master screen, it just has weapon craftsmanship. It doesn't make distinction between melee or ballistic. Although I will defer to your call on that one because I haven't looked it up in the
Right, here we are. So good ranged. This weapon is constructed well and loses the unreliable quality. If it does not have unreliable, it gains the reliable quality. If it already has that quality, there's no further benefit. So the reliable quality means that you can re-roll a failed basically a fumbled one.
So if I miss, I can re-roll. Is that what you're saying? Or no,
not if you miss. If it fumbles, yeah, for critical, you can re-roll basically the chance that it will. So if you roll a 96 to 100, then you roll to test to see whether a weapon jams.
Right.
You can re-roll that jam test.
Gotcha. And that's just a flat ballistics re-roll, correct?
No, it's a D10 roll.
Oh, D10.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, let me check this range here. So we have 30 meters to work with.
So do you know the thing about orc weapons when it comes to reliability?
That I assume that they're not reliable.
So if an orc weapon is reliable, then in a non-orc's hands it's regular. If it is regular in an orc's hands, it's unreliable in someone else's hands. If it's unreliable in an orc's hands, it simply does not function in a non-orc's hands.
That
It's
so
yeah.
the orcs actually
There's no.
bump it up
It should
one.
never have worked. Basically, yeah.
So in
Yeah,
effect,
their belief makes it work better. You know, so they
yeah.
might hit you with an unreliable flamethrower. When you pick it up, you realize that there's no fuel going into this. Like I don't know how they got flames out of it.
And more importantly, if there's no fuel coming out of it, why am I on fire right now? Fucking orcs are weird. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I have range from Pyotovich or Alexandrovich. Yeah, that's his name. I get the name backwards on the initiative order. It's actually Pyotr Alexandrovich. All right, whatever. I don't remember my characters. All right, he is going to pop the runt herder that I just marked with a single shot. Now, plus 10 because it's a standard attack. Plus 10
minus 10 for long range.
Is it long because it's more than his?
More
I thought it was
30,
more than double.
30. It's more than 30, less than so beyond double. It's extreme range.
Oh, okay. So I only have one plus 10 with aiming as a half action and a standard attack as the other. All right, his ballistic skill is not great, so it's a 30. I need a stop it. I need to roll 40 or lower. Okay, I was holding on to the dice just for the record when I hit the roll button. But that's a miss, and I have I don't know if I want to use any of my fate points, which he only has one, so I think I'll hold on to that one. So that's him. He misses, unfortunately.
I'm just double checking. I want to make sure I haven't given you the wrong information there to do with the being within
the range.
The range, yeah, because normally there's also point blank range as well.
Yeah.
Which I see what point blank range is. I think it's less than it, like within a certain distance, regardless of the weapon's base range. It applies to point blank shot.
I'm looking through the game master screen. I'm not seeing range specifically, other than in the tables.
Yeah, it'll be it'll in the part that weapon information will tell you what the range trait means.
Yeah, in the armory section. I think that's where I saw it. Thank God for hyperlinks. Not hyperlinks.
Yeah,
I love it when
I'm relying on the physical book here.
Well, it'll be easier for you to find it. I have to like scroll all the way back up to the top, page down a few times, and then get to the section I want. So, okay, range. A weapon's short range is half this number.
It's half that number.
Long range is double
that number. Yeah.
So I guess medium range is
yeah. So short range is from 0 to half. Normal range is half to its actual range.
Right.
Long range is that out to double, and extreme is out to the that times 4. So out to double that basically again.
Looking. Oh, you just read that basically right off. Okay, so short range. I don't want short range. I want to double check with long range. Targets that are a distance of more than double. Okay, targets that are a distance of more than double the range are at long range, which is a minus 10. So that actually would have been a minus 10, or excuse me, plus 10 for the aim, plus 10 for the standard. I think it still would have been a 50. I think I still missed. So, but it would have been plus 10 standard, plus 10 standard. Jesus Christ. Plus 10 aim, plus 10 standard, no additional for range, and we don't have any like obstacles or cover or anything like that. So he still misses, but I think I got it.
Okay, it looks like you're right. Yeah, so the extreme is more than 3 times the range, out to a maximum of 4 times, because 4 times is the maximum you can shoot.
Right, the max actual you can't shoot past. In this case, past 120 meters.
Yep. Okay, cool. So,
all right, sluggers are up. I'm sorry, sluggers
are up. Slugger boys. Yeah. All right. So if I look at if I raise them now out to our guy in front, that is 40, which is so what they're going to do. They're going to take a regular move action, which lets them move forward 3. Right first. All right, and then I guess that they are each taking shots at. Oh, don't turn around. Each taking shots at our friends here in cover.
And
So the range is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm double checking the armor protection they have. Sandbags and whatnot, so it's going to be 8.
Yeah. Okay. So it'll just be a straight +10 for standard attack. Yep. They don't have the -10 for range because they're within from 1 and 2 times. Yeah, they're not bursting this time. So let's just go. They're making 5 attack rolls, needing 34. So 0-4 will be a hit.
All right.
And it will hit in. So you reverse the 10s and 1s to get the hit location.
I was just looking it up. So 40 is in the body.
In the body, that's it. Yeah. So the damage of a slugger is 1d10 +4. So roll the black dice. That is a whole 5. So you sorry.
It shows a 1.
No, I rolled 1. Rolled 1 +4 is 5. What I mean.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at a 1. Is this one of those weird things like if you hold cards in your hand and I try to look at them, it shows me something different?
So you subtract your armor and your toughness in the location, which adds up to a total of 6. So that does not get through.
What's the pen on your?
Pen is 0.
Okay.
Pen is 0 for him. Yeah.
Right, so 5. I have 4 armor. I'm gonna say off the top of my head.
And 2 and 2 toughness. Yeah.
And then also the 8 from the sandbags here.
If it covers the body, then yeah.
Oh well. So, I'm assuming they're at least ducking down in between shots. I don't know if that would narratively they wouldn't be exposing their entire upper body for an entire round.
Yeah.
Just long enough to shoot and duck back down or something like that. Anyways.
So that was 1 shot. Second one is exactly a hit on 24.
Nice.
So that'll be in the 42, which is the body again.
Yep.
And in this case, it is a total of 9 damage, which if you factor in the sandbags, then will be nothing.
Correct.
Then you've got third one is a miss, fourth one is a miss, and fifth one is a hit. 51 is body again, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Let me double check. Yep.
And damage is only 6, so I get struck off.
So this just shows you how important using cover really is, because that would have been a dead character most likely. With what, 3 hits?
3 hits. So the damage of those were 5. So 5. They would have got through your own armor and toughness, but the total of 9 would have dealt 4 wounds.
Yeah.
And the next one would have dealt no wounds. They would have taken 4 wounds.
Oh, okay.
Not actually that bad.
Okay. But still, it illustrates the point of how important cover can be.
Yeah.
And that, at the moment, Sergeant Solagant is ducking, waiting for a chance to take a shot.
Yeah.
Which is actually coming up here in a moment. That's all 5 of you guys, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Now is the squad's turn. The squad needs to get into some sort of cover or something. I feel like rushing 7 people into this little group might be a bit much. So I'm going to continue hoofing it and get them in behind this building for the time being. That is a distance of something like 12 or 14 or something like that. Said, yeah, 15. So they're not in the fight yet, but they're positioning for a follow-on attack later, I guess. But that is their full move running, just to get into a position where they can figure out what they want to do from there. Because right now the sergeant's just like, get cover! So there's fucking orcs everywhere. I don't know. So that's the squad.
Yep. Heavy gunner now.
Yep. Heavy gunner is doing suppressing fire on all of them. All of them over that way. Now, this is the one I looked it up. I tried to figure it out the other day, or last night. Hold on. I'm alt-tabbing a lot here. I need my attack actions. All right. Okay, so the way the rules are written, requires a weapon capable of semi-automatic or fully automatic. It's a heavy stubber, so yes. Then as part of the action, character fires full auto or semi. We're doing full, so it's 8 rounds. I know that from somewhere because I've read it. I want to say the heavy stubber actually has a 8-round burst as a full auto, if I understood everything correctly. All targets within the zone must make a difficult -10 pinning test. Now that's willpower -10, correct? For a pinning test? I hope I didn't lose him. Am I not heat up? Nope. Transmitting there. James? Did my cat nudge my speaker? James? Oh, nope. I lost James. There he is. He's back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I just stopped responding to my microphone. I don't know why. I heard like it did sound like, a disconnected hardware, but it was still all connected up properly. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So I was confirming that a pinning test is a willpower test with the penalty indicated.
okay. In this case, that is. I'll tab back to so I can make sure I got this right.
Well,
So,
it'll be -20 because
oh yeah,
you only I think heavy bolters only have they don't have a semi-auto option.
correct. I was literally just about to say no. It's like nope. Actually, that's a -20 because the -10 is for the semi burst. So
Yeah. So there's two parts. So first thing I do, I make the pinning test to see whether or not they are pinned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the willpower. So there's two separate groups. So there are the runt herds. We'll just treat them as they're one group rather than rolling for every single Gretchen, every single runt herd. So they're rolling against the willpower of 2 with modifier, and the runt herd's rolling against the willpower of 6. So we'll roll for the Gretchen first. So they fail,
Okay.
and I'll roll for the runt herds. They also fail. So the drawback of being pinned, which is on page 254.
Short or half action only, and must seek cover or something to that effect. Let's see.
254. I'm being pinned. Okay. May take half action each turn, though he can take a free action reaction as normal. Additionally, suffers -20 on ballistic skill test. If pinned and they're in cover, they may not leave except to retreat. If they're not in cover, they must use their next turn to reach cover. If there's no cover nearby, they must move away from the attacker that pinned them. They can make a willpower test into each turn to escape pinning.
Yeah.
In which case, they may act normally.
Okay.
Okay, and then you need to also do a ballistic skill test to see whether you actually hit anything. But it's a -20 ballistic skill test.
Yeah. So first, I want to just give you these little pins to represent that you've been pinned. One for the Gretchens, one for the herds.
Yep.
I'm amused by this. I thought of this last night, and I was like, I need some sort of token mark or something to quickly recognize that these guys have been pinned down. And I was like, oh, look at that. What was that? Not games. Go is the thing that I pulled it from. So I was like, let me just use that. All right, so I need a ballistics -20, you said?
That's
Sounds
right, yep.
I don't remember what their ballistic score was. Oh, it's 35. So I got to roll a 15.
Yep.
And we have a 68. So that's going to be a no, which means none of them actually got hit, but they are all definitely needing to change their pants.
Yeah, and you didn't jam the weapon in the process.
Correct. Which in this case is not the normal 96 up. It's 94, I think.
94 up. That's correct. Yeah. So your kill box is 45 degrees. Obviously, you don't want to include the commissar in it. So, say for example, your kill box started like that.
Yep.
And then so your 45 degrees is good. Yeah.
Somewhere off that.
It's more a case of I know when they move, how they can then escape that kill box, basically.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good call. Yeah. And then you just FYI too, you just grabbed the pencil and drew some lines, correct?
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want me to?
No. That was I've not really used the pencil in this yet, so. Yeah. And then I imagine you click and then shift drag to get a straight line. Is that what you did?
Yep, that's it. Yep. So when you go to the pencil tool, the second tool along is a line tool.
Ah,
And that
yes.
guarantees
Okay.
you, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is heavy stubs. So now let's go ahead and that. Next up is Sola Gant, who is now going to take a shot at the first one here. She has the M36 las gun, common craft, so no additional thingies on that. No, I stand corrected. She has a las pistol, which is 30 meters.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna verify range real quick. No modifiers.
It'll be the same as for me. It'll be a
Yeah, plus 20 total.
yeah.
Because because I can do. I'm sorry, plus 10 aim, plus 10 standard attack. So that's gonna be a 51. And that is not going to do it. And she has got 3 fate points, so I could roll it. Now, James, am I getting my game systems confused? In Alien RPG, if you re-roll, you gain a point of stress, which is very similar from what I've seen so far to how fatigue works. Is that
but
the same
there is
here?
no penalty for this. There's no penalty for reroll here. If you spend a fate point, you just do the reroll.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I have 3. Let's use 1 because I really kind of want to actually smack an orc, see what happens. So, oops, no, that's total. Let's do this. These character sheets, by the way, whoever put them together, thank you. They're very helpful. All right. I need a 51 again on this reroll, and that is worse.
87.
Well, James, now you know why I don't go for rerolls in Blood Bowl.
Yeah. So for your benefit, like in terms of how I would run this, thing is with cover like this, if someone's taking a half action to aim and a half action to shoot, they are exposing their torso, arm, and head to do that. Okay. If they weren't aiming, I'd normally say their half movement action would be pop up, shoot, pop down, and be their cover. But yeah, but I mean that's a GM call though. So
yeah, no, I hear you on that one, and we'll go with that moving forward. Mostly because I don't know if we want to try to retcon all that.
Yeah.
And I definitely missed twice, so there's no argument there.
Yeah.
Who's next? Oh, the Gretchen.
Yeah. Okay. So they can only take a half action, which means they can only do a half move. They must end their move further away from you guys. I'm going to say that probably the runt herds will have to move because they're scared. They're not worried about doing the Gretchen. So let's move the runt herds first.
Okay.
3 inches. And they're trying to move towards the edge of the kill box while still being further away. And then the Gretchen will move there too. And they have to end up further away. Okay, and now at the end of their turn, both sides can take a test to try and become unpinned.
And that's the original. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Not the minus 20 though. It's a standard test. Yeah, if they're outside the kill box or you've stopped shooting at them, they get plus 30 on this roll. But they are still in the kill box, so they're still rolling on their natural willpower. So we'll do the Gretchen first for 22. Sorry, they are still pinned, and for the runt herds, they are still pinned as well.
Okay. All right, that takes care of that. It's not working out quite the way I wanted it to in that regard. I really wanted to kind of mess them up so that my bolt gun could rip them apart, but the initiative order is not quite right. But you know what? It's fine. Everything happens all at once anyway. That does take us back to the top of the order, which means it is now Pyotr Alexandrovich's turn, and he is definitely going to. You know what? I think what I'm going to do this time actually. So he has the bolt pistol, which has a burst of 2. If I'm reading everything correctly.
Yep.
Good craftsmanship. So he has the plus. What did we say that was? Plus 5?
No, it's not a plus. It gives reliable.
That's right. That's right. He's doing burst now. Semi-auto burst is different than a standard attack.
Yeah. So it's this version actually it's a lot better. It's actually a penalty to hit, but the benefit of a burst is that more degrees of success means that more bullets hit.
Yeah, one for every 2.
Yeah, for a semi-auto burst, or 1 for every 1 in a full auto burst.
Correct. I'm just trying to find the specific attack action. Here it is. All right, so it's a attacker makes a challenging plus 0 ballistics, and then the initial hit is a hit, and then 1 per every 2 additional degrees of
Yep.
success. And as long as the targets are all within 2 meters of each other, I can hit multiple targets.
Yep, that's right.
All right, so that is going to be a little difficult for him because his ballistic score is only a 30. But, strange things happen.
And you can't aim going into a burst either.
Right. So I think his similar to what you had just mentioned a moment ago, his other half action would be to pop up, shoot, and pop back down.
Yep.
So shooting on a 30 here. That is a hit. Only 1 degree of success, though.
Okay, were you targeting a Gretchen or a Runt Herd first?
He was shooting at the Gretchen, since they were closer,
no
easier to hit. I don't know about easier,
Yep.
it's small, but
now,
damage
a bolt pistol is tearing, so you roll twice and take the best number for the dice.
And it's +2 for whichever
plus
one.
+5.
+5.
Yep.
9. So that's 14.
Okay. Yep. So it's also got an armor pen of 4. The Gretchen are wearing no armor anyway.
Yeah.
So 14 minus a toughness bonus of 1 is 13. That more than twice kills a Gretchen. So it depends on. This is a GM question basically. Is that you can decide with stuff like this whether you want to resolve critical hits on mooks like this or not.
Right. Yeah. I was just reading that earlier.
Yeah. Because effectively that would take him to -6. Which would not be instant death, but it's whether you want to track, a Gretchen on negative wounds who's got a broken arm, for example, to say he's out of the combat. Like with me, normally I would say that with mooks, I wouldn't bother tracking critical wounds. I say once they're below 0, they're effectively out.
Yeah, and I think at this point, for this fight, especially if this was an actual campaign and this is the first fight, I think simplicity is the easier way to do it because the players are probably already kind of stressing a little bit about, oh my god, I'm getting shot at, my character might die, which is the whole point of the game. So yeah, let's just go ahead and kill him outright and not worry about tracking critical damage and all that. When we get to the sluggers, I may change my mind only because they're bigger and they're orkier.
Yeah.
So that might be more entertaining. But also we may be low on time by the time we get there. So, all right. So Petrovich has nuked a Gretchen. Why my brain could not find that word fast enough. Unfortunately, he did not get additional hits, but 1 less on the table, and it is now the sluggers.
Okay, so they are going to actually run again. They're going to run. Okay, so they've taken their action now.
Okay. Let's see. 3. Hold on. Can I? Damn. I was hoping I could mouse over the dice and type a number that it could range to, and then you could switch.
Normally you can. Yeah, there you go.
So what did you do that I wasn't doing? Maybe I
had the mouse over, just hit the number. That was it.
See, I am doing that, and it's not. Or maybe do I need to grab it?
No, I didn't need.
Weird. James over here playing with my dice. Whatever. Okay.
There seems to be a delay. You did it a moment later with a delay.
Oh, did it? Weird. Yeah. Okay. Squad is up. So I think. Well, since we're playing these guys as a group, I'm going to move them as a group. So they are going to move 3 for a half action.
Yep.
Which will put them there. Plus or minus some cohesion questions. That is going to put them in range of those guys at 14, which is, for their las rifles, I want to say las rifle is 100 meters. For the M36?
That sounds right. I said 100 or 120. But you certainly
either way, it's less than half distance, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
So that's going to be a plus 10 there. They moved. They're going to shoot. So it's going to be a plus 10 standard action, plus 10 for the short range. So that's going to be 55 that they need to roll under. And I have, how many over there? 5 or 6? 5. first one, that is a hit with an extra success. Now, with an extra degree of success, or multiples, I should say, I can change one of the damage dice to the number of successes. Does that sound right to you?
I don't recall where that's come from.
It's in, let's see, in where you apply damage. I'm double checking that. Yeah, step 4, attacker determines damage. For all attack rolls, count the degrees of success. The attacker may choose to replace the result on a single damage die with the number of degrees of success from his attack roll. If the attack inflicts more than one die of damage, the attacker may replace the result on one die of his choice. And then, of course, if there's a natural 10, then you get into Righteous Fury.
Okay, cool.
So what I'm reading in that is basically, so if I rolled, say for instance, I rolled a 1 damage, I could replace that with the 2 successes that I just rolled and do 2 damage instead of 1.
Yeah. So what was your target number to hit? Sorry.
I rolled it was 55 because it was
All right, and
35
roll.
plus 10 plus 10, and I rolled a 40.
Okay, so you've only got 1 degree of success there because the 50 is like 55 minus the 4 is 1.
So I don't
So
get
you've
a
got 1. Yeah, you've got 1 degree of success. There's 0 degrees of success, which is you've hit
okay,
with
yeah.
with the 10s being the same value.
I got you.
Or yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't get necessarily an extra one just because I passed.
Yeah. But the good news is it's a head hit though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Last gun does I have it written down. Oh, I actually have the range right there. It is 100. 1d10 plus 3 energy, 0 pen. So that's 3 plus 3 is 6 damage. No pen. To somebody's face. We'll just do, like, guess this guy right here. First one there. Did I lose you again? Yeah, I see you're actually keying up, but it's not actually transmitting. Yep, there he goes. And now he's back. Maybe I'm not hearing him. No, because my stupid cat, leave the damn cables alone, jerk. That might have been my bad.
Okay.
I look over at my cables and I see my cat's moved his foot. So I'm like, yeah.
Okay. So you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Jesus
do me a
Christ.
favor, spawn in a D12 and I'll put it by the guy to mark his wounds.
Sure.
All right, so he's taken 2, so he is down to 10.
Oh, he had armor and he has some toughness, doesn't he?
He's got 4 toughness, so his armor is only in his body, but he has got 4 toughness.
Yep. Okay. All right. So that was the first guy.
Yep.
Second guy, needing a 55. That is a horrific number to roll. James, can I hear you?
Can you hear me all right? Yep.
Yep. Okay. I thought I lost you. Yeah, I just rolled 00. So
Okay. Nice.
well,
that is you need to make a test for your weapon then for your rolling a D10. Now all las guns are reliable though, so if this results in a jam, then you can re-roll it.
All right. Where is that in the book so I can follow along with what I just rolled a 7 on?
Okay, that is let me look up in the book to get the exact rules reference for it. I'll find it through looking at reliable.
Is that in the armory section or is that somewhere else?
Well, the reliable trait is, but the reliable trait should point me to the page that's got the Oh no, sorry. Reliable weapons only jam on a roll of 100. Which is what you rolled. Okay.
Yeah.
So his weapon is jam. So the way you unclear a jam is it's a full action and a ballistic skill test to unclear a jam.
Okay, so I'm going to need these. I'm going to grab one of these little pins from over there. I'm going to change its color to
Red, like raspberry
Yeah,
jam.
yeah, red for red for jam.
Yeah.
And
Only one man would give me the raspberry.
shrink it down just a smidge more. I want to put it on his head, but that doesn't work like that. So, no, actually, it's not him. It's put it right there. Fuck it. I guess as long as we know that one of them has a gimp
Yeah.
weapon right now. All right, shooter number 3, going for a 55. That is a hit, 49 or 46. We're gonna hit. I don't think they're gonna focus fire. I think they're just volley firing. So we'll go for the next guy.
Yep.
That is a 1d10 plus 3, or a total of 4, which I believe.
So he would just shrug off with his with his natural, with his toughness.
Yeah, and because that was a body hit. If I'm not, well, it doesn't matter. Regardless of whether I hit armor or not, I believe that's not going to go through.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
All right, 4th is a miss. 5th is a hit. Excuse me, with 11 there.
So 11, you've hit. I think that's an arm, but now your degrees assessed whether we're really going to matter.
Okay.
Yeah,
55, so that's 4.4.
4 degrees. Well, it's got 4. Just look at. Only compare the 10s. Ignore the 1s.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been
Work out
listening
degrees.
to. I wish I could remember their name because I'd give them a little bit of credit, but the Only War series I've been listening to while driving around all day long. They do the point something or other. I don't know if there's a specific reason for it or not, because he runs his game quite a bit differently, but it's Only War, but it's not.
Yeah.
Anyways, 4 degrees of success. Damage is 11. We're not going to change that.
Okay. So is it on the same guy? They're all shooting at the same.
Let's put this guy here in the back. We'll hit him with 11 points.
Okay, cool. So he will shrug off 4 of those. So he will take 7. Because it wasn't in the body, it was in the arm, I think. Is that right?
I rolled an 11, so that's
11, which becomes a right arm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so he will then take 7 wounds. So that puts him down to 5 remaining.
You need another. Can you copy and paste the dice?
I can't copy. No, I need to be deputized for that.
How would I deputize you? Is that
you go to my name in the top corner and click on me. Promote, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
And then I can flip the table as well.
Well, I think no, I have not. Please don't flip my table, James. This table may or may not be locked.
That's it. Oh, good. All right. Is that all of them?
I'm gonna say yes. I feel like it was. Yeah, I did say 5th.
I think you got 3. Yeah, 3 hits. 1 didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
1 jam, 1 miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for the squad. I feel like. Go ahead.
Heavy gunner.
Oh, the
Heavy gunner next.
Yep, the Subber's next, and he is going to continue the suppression. No, you know what? Full auto. It's Jesus Christ.
I think it's 10 rounds with that. 10 rounds per round per turn.
Heavy Stubber 8.
I think heavy bolter is 10.
Yeah, semi-auto. No, I want full auto. Scrolling through pages here. Give me a sec. Which is a ballistics. What? Why are you not telling me the actual? Hold on. Oh, there it is right there. Attacker makes a ballistics test with a -10. Okay. So 35 minus 10 is 25. This is not a standard attack. Actually, so in this case, the only rate of fire I have is full auto, which means I can't make a standard attack then, correct?
No, so you does it not have an S?
No, it has. It's
then you can only make auto attacks with it. That's it.
Okay. So I have to make a ballistics -10. Okay. Which in this case is a 25.
If you're shooting at an individual rather than suppressing.
Yeah. I don't want to keep suppressing because it'd be funny, but also trying to explore other options.
Yeah.
For the sake of learning. So that is a 78, so that's not going to go through anywhere.
No, definitely a miss. Yeah.
So that is it for them. But I think that does qualify insofar as they're still being shot at over there.
Yeah.
So
Well,
right.
so that person being shot at, so they're no longer being suppressed. They will get the +30 to resist that.
Okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, Alexander may have to think about repositioning later. All right, so the Gant
Yeah.
has line of sight to at least this guy who has already
Yeah.
been wounded. She is going to blast him with the las pistol.
Yeah.
Less
It's not
than,
within half.
yeah,
It's
correct.
not. Yeah. So it's going to be mistake +10 for your ordinary shot, but no modifier for range.
Correct. And then not aiming because we're doing the half action of pop up, pop down. So
Yeah.
that's going to be 31, 41 to hit. That is not a hit. So that's it for her
Okay.
as she pops back down under cover to get full
So
advantage. Now the Gretchen.
Gretchen and the herders, they're still currently pinned at the start of their round. So we'll continue to move them out of the line of fire, or where the line of fire was. And same with the runt herds. So they're outside the cover area,
They
but
just
now you
barely
get
made it
test.
out too.
Okay, so the Gretchen will now rally on a 52. 02. They're now no longer pinned.
You
I'll
just
keep
set
the
the
pin back
I was
in.
gonna say just keep
I'm
it off
sure
on the
I'm sure I
side.
did it again.
Yeah.
And for the runt herds, I'll rally on 56. No, so the runt herds are still pinned.
Okay. That takes it back to the top of the round.
Okay, so over to your commissar.
Correct. The commissar wants to shout commissar things. So the Gretchen are not pinned, so he is going to definitely do another. No, he's going to do. Well, he can't do the aimed because he's got to stick his head up. Hold on. The Gretchen have guns. They have like a 20 meters shot range or some shit. Do I know that as a player, or do I know that as a character? Nope, they have a Grot Blasto, which is 30.
Yeah.
You know what? He's wearing armor. He's a commissar. He's got to set the example. He is going to do. He's going to expose himself, body, arms, and head, I suppose,
Yep.
For the +20 to aim and fire a single shot at that guy. Plus, he's probably
All right.
feeling kind of confident. He did kill one already. So 31, 51. No, not 51. It doesn't matter because I missed. Would have been 50 that I needed to hit, but I missed quite a bit.
Yeah.
So he's exposed for nothing. Good job.
All right.
That almost sounded bad. He's exposed for nothing.
All right. The sluggers will move forward. They're 3. And then they will all take shots at the squad. So we'll start with, okay, so their ballistic skill is 24. They are not quite in half range. So it's just ordinary shot. So looking for 34s to hit. So is a miss. Is a miss. Is a miss. A miss. And a miss.
I shouldn't be laughing because I'm probably next, but that was. Well, they're orcs. What do you expect, right? Okay, that takes it to the squad now.
Yeah.
So, one dude, just a flat ballistics test to unjam his weapon, but that is his full action, the only thing he can do. Ballistics was 35. Got it. His weapon is unjammed.
Unjammed.
I'm just going to leave that there for now. And then the rest of them.
He's not subject to sanction by the Mechanicum for mistreating his weapon.
Or the Commissar for how dare you in the middle of fighting. So they're going to also move 3.
Yep.
Actually, no, they don't need to move. They're already at less than half range.
Yep.
So they are going to do. They should be able to volley or not volley as an official action, but they aim, shoot, and have like 30 plus 30. Does that sound right?
So aiming the base +10, aiming is +20, and then for short range so +30 altogether.
Right, yeah, let's go see what we do here. So I'm gonna set these dice right here just to bring them in. All right, so 60 is what I'm shooting for, or I'm sorry, not 60, 35. 65 is my target number. So first one is a hit with 65. That's 6 degrees of success.
It's what's it sitting on? That
Is it?
dice is weirdly.
Is
It's
it?
right on the but I can see it sitting as a 0. Like if I mouse over, it says it's a 10.
There goes.
There we go. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So that's 6 degrees.
All right. Damage.
You
6
rolled
plus
6
2 is
anyway.
9.
9. Which one are you shooting at?
We'll just start right here.
Okay. Cool. And it was 64 you rolled. Was that right?
I rolled a 0-4.
0-4. Okay. Sorry. So you hit in the 40, which is the body.
Yep.
So he will get his armor on that. So he'll reduce that by a total of 6. So he takes 3, dropping down to 7.
First dude. Second one is shooting at this guy.
Yep.
Rolling against a 65, but just barely. But a hit is a hit. So 46 is the body also.
Body. Yep.
7 damage.
Will be 1 damage on him. So
right.
He will be down to 11. Okay, and
then I think just because these two are in the first rank, so to speak, we'll go back to the first one. This guy, 23.
23. We hit with 4 degrees. In the 32.
I'm pretty sure that's body also.
32 is body, yes.
Oops, I did not mean to roll both of them. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, so he will reduce it by 6, so he takes 2.
And final one shooting at this guy. That is a 29.
Yep. So it'll be 4 degrees. In the leg.
We're gonna use how many degrees did you say?
4.
Yeah, we'll do
4.
the 2 degrees there instead of the 1.
Didn't you say it would be? You can do it as the 4 degrees, can't you? Are you hearing me now? Still? Yeah.
No. I hear you. My short-term memory is shit, and I don't know what I just rolled.
You got 4 degrees. You got 4 degrees to hit.
Yeah, which is definitely better than the 1. So
yeah, so it's 7 damage. Minus 4 is 3, so he's down to 8 wounds.
Yeah, sorry, James.
That's cool. Nice.
I do not trust my short-term memory, man.
No worries.
All right, and that is it for the squad.
Okay.
Next up is Stubbs. He is going to. So if I move, that is so weird to me to do a full auto as a half action. You know what I mean? Is it just me, or does that seem weird?
I think a full auto is a full action.
That's it. Actually, it does delineate.
And most of it
also
says
require. It says it is a half.
But the other issue is if you move,
that
I think the weapon's heavy. You need to take the brace action before you can shoot it.
That I can.
Yep.
I can get behind.
Yep.
I can. I'll GM hand wave it before I check the rules on that one. Yeah, that makes sense. If you're gonna move, you have to unposition, reposition, and then relay essentially. So yeah, they are going to.
If the heavy stubber has, because heavy bolt has a heavy class. Heavy stubber is also heavy. Yep. So it needs a
So it takes.
You need to take a brace action before you can fire it.
Yep. So in that case, we're just gonna do full auto down. I'm aiming at
unless you've got the bulging biceps trait.
They're guardsmen, so probably. Well, I mean, a heavy weapons guardsman might, but I didn't delineate. Yeah. They're all just generic, so.
Catachans. You need at least strength 45 as well to get that trait. So it'd be more like for Catachan warriors, which is why you've got like Sergeant Harker with his heavy bolter as a human.
Or Nero.
Yep.
All right.
His weapon was he has suspensors. So suspensors are like anti-grav devices. You put in
that's how he got around it. But he still picked up bulging biceps at one point. I remember him saying that because he made fun of you when he did it. Not made fun of you, but like he was talking shit to you, basically. Yeah. All right. Full auto initially at this guy. That is a. I'm gonna say it's minus 20. No, minus 10.
Minus 10. Yeah.
Where did my dice go? 35, 25. We have a 19.
That was pretty good. 19. Okay, so So you've got so the target was 25. Is that right?
Correct.
So you've got 2 degrees there. So you've hit him twice, but you could also, because he's within 2 meters, you could hit him and the guy next to him each. You hit him once each. Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll your damage for each one then.
This is 1d10 plus 4, 3 pen. Although I think with the Gretchen it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So there's 1. So that's 9 on this guy.
We'll kill him.
And then plus 4 is more than what I just rolled, so that'll kill that one too.
Okay. Yeah, dead.
Yep. So the stubbers are putting in some work too, because I'm pretty sure I don't think I actually gave him a trait that does something. Galvanizing action, I think, is just galvanizing presence is. Yeah, we know the commissar's watching, so we have to do something. There's no real It's more passive than anything else. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Stubbs and now Gant. Gant is going to shoot at this guy. Pop up, shoot, pop down. So plus 10, that's going to be a 41. That is not going to do it. Yeah, there's just no point there. God damn it. She could shoot. She promises. Herders. Or Gretchen, rather.
Okay, so the Gretchen, the guy. Okay, so I think that as a GM, if I was a GM, I'd say like once 3 out of 4 guys are killed and the herders are still pinned, I'd be probably making a willpower test to see if this Gretchen, decides, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, so let's straight flee. That makes sense.
Let's roll a willpower test for him.
Yeah.
And he fails, even with a 27. He fails with a 22. So I'm just going to full move him in the opposite direction.
And he's not pinned or anything, so he can definitely get that full range.
Yeah, that's right.
And
and
I think the runt herders, they're pinned and whatnot, so
yeah, so they're still going to move. They sort of decrease the distance from you or increase it, and then we'll try and snap them out of it on a 56. So they pass on a 0-4, so they are no longer pinned, but they're also out of runts, the herd.
And they don't have any weapons other than their.
Well, they've got sluggers. They got sluggers and choppers.
Oh, nope, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, okay. and a got prod.
Yeah. I love it. Oh man, the orcs are funny as shit. All right, and that takes us back up to the top. Piotrevich is now going to pop off. He's been standing this whole time. He might as well. Did you just come up with like a 40 or something? Oh, I don't get a range benefit.
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping track of his ammo now, but I think for a second here. He is going to. He's just gonna do a standard attack, and since he's been standing, he might as well aim and shoot. So that's plus 20.
Yep.
His ballistics is 30, so I need a 50. That is that's definitely a hit.
Yeah, that's it.
4 degrees of success.
Yeah.
50 minus 80. Yeah. Well, no, that's 3.
Yep. So remember to roll twice, take the best result.
That's right. Yes.
Because it's tearing.
And that's plus 4, I think. 8.
Plus 4 is 12. So 12. They have no. Oh, actually, what location did you hit?
Actually. Damage.
Plus 5.
Let me double check that. Maybe I'm getting silly.
So
no, it's a pistol. Yeah, plus 5. So 13.
Yep, 13. Okay. I think it hit the body as well, but it's got pen 4, so we'll ignore the armor. So it will just take 9 damage, which drops that one down to 6 wounds remaining.
Right. And that was Piotrevich. Now the sluggers.
Okay, they're going to charge the squad.
Of course they are.
So put this guy in the corner here to get in there. Oh.
Unfortunately, some of the collision boxes are a little weird on some of these terrain pieces.
Yeah.
You're not able to get quite as close as you would like. Because obviously, these two over here, Gant and her comrade, they'd be actually hugging the wall of sandbags. They wouldn't be that far apart.
Well, 2 of the guys can't charge because they can't go far to get into. So what we'll do instead, we'll move them up normally, and they can shoot at the back row.
Okay. Oh, they don't have quite the what is it, 18 inches?
12 inches.
For oh yeah, it's 18.
8 inch
It's
range, 12
18 to
inch
run.
charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we'll just resolve the shooting attacks first at the back row, basically.
Okay.
So they are now within their half range. Yep.
So it's plus
So
20.
they're plus 20, just 20 total. So they'll be hitting on 44s. Okay, that's a miss. And a miss.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
now we'll go to the three guys at charge. So
now things get scary.
okay, so first off, they've got a weapon skill of 37.
Okay.
Charging is plus 20 for 57.
Okay.
I'm just going to check if it's plus 10 for an ordinary attack in melee combat as well.
My cat is literally clawing my foot right now. Will you stop? Let go. Go. Let's see. Once the attacker reaches his target, he makes a single melee attack using making a routine plus 20.
That's
Hey.
part of a charge. It is, yeah, that's right. It's a charge. So yeah, it's not it's a routine attack. Yeah, plus 20. That's fine. Yeah, taking. All right, and I think that should be it in terms of the. So it's just plus 20. So we're looking for a 57 for each of these guys. So
You got 3 in there, correct?
Yep, that's right. This one here first. Go on that guy. Is a hit with 4 degrees. 3 degrees. 3 degrees. Sorry. Okay, to the body. So the choppers. 1d10 plus 7 tearing, so I roll twice, take the best result. They have brutal charge, so they increase the damage by 1 as well. Just check what crushing blow does.
What did you? This is still your attack roll, right? So
It's not attack. I'm just working out what the damage is now.
oh no, I meant over here. You rolled
Yeah.
a 25, so that's going to be 52, which is the
Body. Yeah.
Because they have 4 in the body.
Yeah. I've got pen 2 though. So.
But I'm sure your attack is going to eviscerate a couple of guardsmen.
Okay, they add their half their weapon skill bonus to all damage inflicted in melee.
And that's from what was the traitor talent?
From crushing blow.
Okay.
I'm guessing though that's probably featured into the 1d10 plus 7 because their strength is plus 4.
That sounds like it, yeah.
So yeah, so okay. So just but that wouldn't include the brutal charge though, because they're not charging. So multiply to the best result. Best result is a 10.
Oof.
So that guy will take 17, 18, pen 2.
Okay, so 18 minus 2 is sounds like dead.
Let me see. So it'll be 2 armor, bring it down to 16.
Yep.
He's got 3 toughness, bring it down to 13.
13.
And he has a total of 10 wounds, so he's taken to -3.
That sounds dead.
So do you want to do critical on these guys or?
I will do not on the squad. Not on
the squad. Okay.
Yeah,
so just remove that.
We'll just.
Oh,
I grabbed the wrong one.
That was okay.
This guy.
On the next guy, needing 57, is a miss, and on the last guy, needing 57, is a miss.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, these guys are suddenly feeling the need to change their underwear.
That's it.
Wow! You wouldn't stay up there. Come on, stay up there.
It's because it's got stuff on top with the collision. It's got those.
Yeah.
Like the spikes are a collision factor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever. Sluggers have, or I'm sorry, slugger. I still don't know if I said it right. All right. These guys have las rifles, which they cannot use in melee range.
No, but they do have combat knives.
They do have combat knives, which are 1d5 plus 3 pen 0, I think, because your hand was away from my screen. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong. This guy, arguably this guy can make attacks. This guy, on the other hand, cannot. But
yeah,
we can argue he's disengaged. He can shoot. Okay.
Yeah, he can shoot stuff, but he can't shoot into melee combat though.
Right.
He had to shoot at the guys behind.
All right, so let's resolve the shooter first. He's going to shoot at the one that's already been blasted once or twice or whatever. He is going to take a aimed shot, so that's plus 10, and plus 10, so it's 35. I'm sorry, 65. That is, Jesus Christ, seriously. How much
That's a
fate
miss.
points do you guys have? Do you have fate points written on here somewhere? They're NPCs, so of course they don't have fate points. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so he's out. All right, these other knuckleheads. So start with him. This guy is swinging on him. We have 35 for his weapon skill. Is there anything else I need? This is just standard attack, plus 10, right?
Yep.
And I can only do one. So yeah, so that's 45. That's a little cocked.
53 is what it's saying. If you
Yeah,
put your
we'll
mouse
go
over it, you can see here.
That's 3. Oh, yep, I see it. I see it.
Yep.
All right, we'll go with a miss. So second one, it's this guy onto this guy.
Yep.
A little bit more separation there. That is a hit. The
Yep.
knife does 1d10.
1d5.
Yeah, ooh, 1d5 plus 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Stabbed him in the leg.
Okay, I'm glad you caught that, because I forgot the part. That's 1 plus
Yeah. Plus 3 is 4.
4.
Just it doesn't get through toughness.
Okay, and then lastly, this guy.
Yep.
Going to stab that guy, needing, Jesus Christ, what did I say? 45. That is not going to do it. All right, that is it for them. These guys are in a bad spot right now. They should not have let them get that close. That'd be a lesson to you, guardsmen. Stubber. It might be a little close, but I think I can.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from this side. I think you can.
Yeah. I mean, the commissar might not be happy about it, but he can. The stubber can definitely shoot at the at these
And all of
guys.
it still is there's the Gretchen there as well. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Gretchen being there. Oh yeah, we have to do the cone, don't we? Because it only fires in full auto. Well, no, the cone is for suppressive. I
Oh,
thought.
you're not suppressing. Sorry, I thought yeah. So,
Yeah, because I was just gonna do straight.
Yeah, straight shoot at the front hood.
Which
Okay.
was -10. Sounds right. But let me double check.
-10. Yep, that's right.
-10. So 35, 25. Over my dice. Damn. Well, that's a miss. A whole bunch of bullets just went down range and did not do shit. All right, Gant is she can't shoot into the melee. She charge over there. She's got 8. Charge of 12. Not quite. She can run over there. But I don't know if she's really gonna be keen on getting into fisticuffs with orcs. Shit. Because technically, the other guys have moved out of line of sight, so she needs to do something helpful. These two are going to. We're gonna do a full move. I'm gonna do a full move. I'm gonna do an angle here though. So here is 3 inches, and then here is the second 3 inches.
All right, I'll put my hand with it. You can go to the.
It's a little bit. I think it's close enough. So they're gonna do just a standard full action move.
Yep.
And I think next turn they'll probably be able to charge in there. But so just out of curiosity, if Gant and her comrade were going to charge into a group that's already in melee with another one, is that a thing or is that not allowed?
I mean, look. Once again, this is not a game system which is built around miniatures strictly. So
Right.
I would say that you could move them in to sort of join the melee. Like in the war game, for example, the second row can fight provided they're only one row behind the first row, sort of thing. So
Gotcha.
it's however you want to sort of control it.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a good point to make, is that we're not playing this in a miniature specific stance. This is more of a visual aid than it is the actual war game. All right, your Gretchen are up, sir.
Okay, so he is still running away. He just leaves the table.
Yep.
He's gone. All right.
Leave my foot alone. Stop.
The Runt herd will book it towards you.
18. That's going to give you a -20 to hit.
Yeah, with ballistic skill tests. I'm trying to impose the commissar between the.
Yeah, I saw that. I was going to say something, and you did it at just the right angle.
Yeah.
And that is your move.
Yeah, I mean the commissar could take a move action to step out of the way.
The commissar's not going to step out of the way. What he will do.
You there, heavy weapon squad, 8 rounds rapid.
Right. What he will do though is he will move up a. No, he can only do 6 inches. So he'll do the same thing as the other group. He's gonna. I got to make a bit of an angled turn here.
Or you can just determine an amount of movement you lose to go over the top of the sandbags, for example. Like in the miniatures game, you lose 2 inches of movement going over a wall like that.
I think I'm this way. At least I get my 6 inches. It's just not straight 6 inches, and that sounds. Man, there is something wrong with me. Anyway, that is it for the commissar. That takes it to the sluggers.
Sluggers. Okay, so first I'm just going to move these guys around a little bit just to sort of create some space for their buddies to get in.
Of course.
And then the other 2 will then charge and join the melee.
Yeah, because that's what orcs do is want to get into range so they can use tooth and nail to rip you apart.
Okay, so I have 3 attacks normal and 2 attacks with charge. So the normal attacks will just be at +10. So they'll be hitting on 47s. So first one is at this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Is a miss. Then next one will be on this guy here. Is a miss.
Oh, man.
And then on this guy here is a miss.
Wow.
And then the two that charged, one on this guy here, 57s. 50, okay, we'll hit him in the head.
Oof.
On a charge.
He has 4 armor on the head.
So we'll take 9, will be +9 +8 is 17. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, it's safe to say he is
That's
dead.
that guy there.
Yep.
Taken out. And then the last charge on the guy in the front there.
Oh.
57. Oh, I rolled the building too. Okay, is a hit.
The building does not give 21. You any bonuses. Oh, that's a hit.
Left arm. We will take the 8. So he will take 16, pen 2, so it'll be reduced to 14, reduced, he's also killed. Right. That guy there is dead.
Oh. Imperial Guard, guardsmen doing what guardsmen do best. No, it's not true. Their best is not dying. Their best is shooting the shit out of the enemy, but that's what happens when you fight orcs. Yeah. And that's your whole squad, correct?
That's my whole squad done, yes.
Sluggers?
Yeah.
Alright. That means it is now the squad's turn. So we have... But this guy's a little bit cocked. Yeah. Well, we have 2 in melee.
See, what you could consider doing, just thinking about this, because like they're probably not going to kill those orcs. Those orcs are going to kill them, and you're going to have just your character left.
Yeah.
A smarter move would be to have the squad disengage.
Yeah.
And then when you get to your character, have them throw a frag grenade in.
Actually, a really good idea. Disengage movement. Let's see. Character breaks off from melee combat and may take a half move. Opponents that were engaged with the character do not gain free attacks. See fleeing sidebar. Fleeing. See, sometimes best course of action a character can voluntarily disengage, move.
Yeah, normally if you just move away, you provoke attack of opportunity, basically.
But okay.
Obviously, but when you disengage, you move half move, and I can't attack you.
Half move in this case is 3. Here to here. This guy.
Yeah, and the advantage is I can't charge you again. I can still enter melee combat. I can't charge you because you need to move at least 4 inches to get a charge.
Ah, really good. So there. All right. So unfortunately, that is the remnants of the squad, but we like the idea of throwing a grenade now. Unfortunately, my stubber is got to move. Um, they can do a full move. Well,
If they half move, they can then brace and set up again. If they do a full move, they haven't got the action to brace.
right, embrace is a half action, correct?
Half action, yeah.
So yeah. So we'll brace, or excuse me, we'll full move, which is 6. So let me see.
And then next action, you then half move and brace. The half move to brace, then shoot, basically. Yeah.
Well, I think they. Oh, never mind. Because what you call it is a half action, full auto. That's
Yeah.
a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. So yeah. So the next round they'll have to brace and yeah, then they can shoot. Let's see. Heavy stubs is now 6 complete. Gant is throwing a grenade. Now, help me with throwing a grenade. How do we
Okay, so it's a ballistic skill test.
Uh-huh.
The range of the grenade is 3 times your strength bonus,
So strength
which
is
in her case would be 9. So you can yeet it basically over into the middle of them.
Did you just say yeet it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I would not have expected you to say yeet, but go ahead.
So,
oh, uh-oh. Oh man, we are having some communications problems tonight, aren't we?
hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Right. I heard like so I think it's a Discord thing at the moment.
It could be.
I've been doing conference calls all day with no problem. Not still on Discord.
Yeah.
So a throw weapon is a ballistic skill test. You're not within half range, so it's just a regular +10 for an ordinary attack.
Okay.
And if you miss, we look to see where it goes.
We gotta do scatter. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Ballistics for her is 31. So 41.
Yeah, now,
go ahead.
Before you do that, your comrade could do the action to give you a +5 on your ballistic skill test for the turn, which is called range volley, but it just means like he's in some way the comrade is helping you to make it to throw this to make the shot, whatever the case may be.
He's probably saying if you throw it here, it'll have the most effect. Yeah. That's where the character would be getting the +5. So that's 40 shit. 31 base, 41, 46.
Yeah.
That is okay. I'm gonna reroll that. Let me update my fate points here. Because things are getting a little hairy. That is a 13.
Okay. So it's right on target. Okay. Yep. So don't worry about scatter. The damage of a frag grenade.
I don't have that. I was gonna say I don't have that one written down, so I gotta look it up.
Yeah, it's 2d10 +2. It's got blast 5, so anything within 5 meters of where it lands would be hit. So let's assume you can throw it enough over them that it's not going to be, you throw it behind them basically, so it won't hit the guys in front.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like she would. Yeah. Maybe that's where the +5 came from. Was don't throw it right here. Throw it here. You'll hit all of these, but not our people who are trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, that's it. So it's 2d10 +2 damage.
All right, so that's 8. And would you say 2d10 plus what?
+2. Now, keep in mind that you got 3 degrees on your throwing, so you could improve that 2 to a 3.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. So that'll be 9.
Yeah. +2 is 11 damage.
Correct.
Okay.
It's 11
and
damage
blast...
to all of these 5.
Yep. Okay. You when you blast weapons, you roll damage once and apply to every person hit by the blast. So they're going to get their armor and they're going to get their toughness, which is going to take off. It's going to take off 6. So they all take 5. So the 2 that were on 5 are dropped down to 0. And now this is the thing. I think for the scope of time, we won't worry about critical hits with these guys either. But they have the True Grit trait. True Grit means that whenever they go below 0, they halve the damage below 0 for working out what critical hit they take. So say you're taking like -6, you look up -3 on the critical hit table, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll take these 2 out. I shall keep those last 2 dice there because these 2 guys will be reduced to 9 each. Sorry, bring that down to 7 each. And this guy here is down to 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is Gant's turn, and that takes it to the Gretchen.
Yep, Gretchen
Or
up
well, the
next, but
herders
we've
anyway.
got the herders. Yep, okay, so they are going to move their
They charge. Oh,
3. No, they're not close up. 12
okay.
inches, and they're 14 away.
I'm still trying to visualize distance on this table.
Yeah. Actually, let's just back a sec. Yeah. So instead, let's go. Sorry, once again. Try and
Still
mix.
trying to. Yep, I got you. I know what you're trying to do.
They're serpentine. They're doing serpentine.
Run a serpentine. He can't see me. His vision's based on movement. No, wait, that's backwards. But you get the idea.
Yeah. Okay, so they are firing their sluggers, which are inaccurate. So they don't get the +10 to hit. So they're just rolling on. Yep, they're just rolling on their basic 19.
Ooh.
So first one. This is at the commissar, by the way.
Yeah.
Is a miss and a miss. Okay.
All right. Well, the action is definitely getting pretty warm over here. Commissar, can he charge?
I think he's a 12 as well.
18.
That's run. No, he's not 9 to charge. 9 to charge.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm getting my numbers all sorts of mixed up. So yeah, he cannot charge. He can do a move of
3 and then shoot.
Yep. So he'll have. I think that barely clears him.
Yep.
On the current angles, I think. If I put the camera right behind the gun crew, which gets really touchy at this close range, I can't quite get. I'd have to change the angle, the measurement of like how much of an angle per tap. Anyway, so yeah, so that's bolt pistol range is 30. I'm counting 11 distance. I believe that's short range.
That's with half rate. Yeah, it is. Yep. So you're at
plus 20?
plus 10 for short, plus 20 if you're doing the standard shot without being aiming. Yep.
Correct. So that's plus 20. His skill is a 30, so I'm rolling a 50. Jeez Louise. Okay.
All right.
That's a miss. I kind of feel like he was maybe strutting a little too hard.
Yep.
Feeling a little overconfident. All right. Sluggers. I know that's not how it's said, but I feel it's amusing me at this point that I can't say it right.
So one slugger boy is going to charge the character.
Okay.
And the others will just enter regular combat with these guys here. All right. So
now before you start rolling, I do have a quick question. So I have not been using the comrade as an actual shooter on the board, because they're kind of there as more of as a buff, as it were.
Yeah.
Is that a good way to treat comrades in this way?
Yeah, that's right. So effectively, they're an extra action resource you've got, and there's a section of the book which tells you the different actions you can take with them. So, they can help you shoot, they can help you get into cover. They're more of a just an extra action economy for your character, basically.
Okay, so they're not actually. I mean, arguably they're an extra person on the field, but not necessarily an extra shooter per se.
Yeah, if your character is incapacitated, you can basically roll for them to continue acting using your stats, because they're effectively like they're the aside to you. So if you're the heavy gunner, they're the loader. If you're the sniper, they're the spotter. Gotcha. So effectively, like they allow you to take an action while your character is otherwise incapacitated.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
they're like the dark passenger from Dexter.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, that's it.
That probably was not a good explanation, but I got you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, do your worst.
So the comrade in close quarters means that when you attack me, you treat yourself as with the ganging up. So you're outnumbered 2 to 1, so you get the ganging up bonus.
Okay.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Well,
okay. Cool. So we'll do the regular attacks on the two guys who are on their own first. So they're 47s. So this guy here first.
Building
Rather
again.
building again. Is a hit
Okay.
in the arm.
All right. Still has 4 armor.
They don't have charge. So we'll take the 8. 8 and 7 is 15. Minus 2 armor is 13.
Oh, 4
minus
armor.
4 armor. Well, it's reduced by 2 because of the penetration.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Minus 3 toughness is 10. It's exactly enough to drop him to 0.
Yep. I'll just go ahead and remove him.
And the other one, meaning 47, is a miss.
All right.
And then the one that charged Solar Gant is hitting on a 57. Okay, it's a leg hit.
Okay.
So it'll be we'll take the 10 for the damage. So it's gonna be 10 plus 7, so it's 8 is 18. Solar has 4 armor.
Yep.
Drops it down to 2.
Yep.
So we'll break down to 16. Only 2 toughness takes it to 14. So that will be 14 wounds. Now you can retroactively spend a fate point to reduce that by D3 if you want to. Otherwise, it's going to take you to -4, and you'll take a critical of -4 in the leg.
All right. Well, I have 1 fate point remaining, and it sounds like that'd be a smart thing to do right now.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and do that. And you said 1d3?
1d3, yes. 1d5, 1d5, sorry. 1d5, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say that because it sounded weird, but I was like, all right, I'm going to roll with that. That's 4.
Oh, okay. So it takes you. You're actually on 1 wound remaining.
Oh.
So drop your current wounds down to 1, and you're not taking any critical damage yet. And let's just put a 1 there. Oh, and I didn't roll.
I got this one here.
Yeah. I didn't roll doubles either, so it didn't hit your comrade.
Put that on her.
Right. Yeah.
And then that's all of yours, correct? Your sluggers? Yep. Up to 7 now. All right, the squad. Well, this one poor guy, he is really in a bad way here. I kind of feel like he needs to make a...
Okay, one thing. So one thing you could have done there, by the way, is you could have rolled a parry check. Use a reaction to roll a parry.
Ooh.
So because you have a chainsword, which has got the balanced trait. So in which case, what you need to do is
parry.
So you need to make a parry check.
36.
You add plus 10 to that because you've got a balanced weapon.
46.
Okay, so you succeed. So you succeeded by more degrees than I hit by, which means you actually parried the attack entirely.
Okay.
Yeah, so you shouldn't take any damage there, in fact.
All right, so she's back up to 10, and now what does that do with the fate point? Oh, the fate point reduced the amount of damage, so that's gone. Period.
Yeah, you didn't need it because you weren't.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, so put it back. Now this is one of the benefits of power weapons. If you had a power weapon, when you parry with it, you destroy their weapon, unless it's also a power weapon.
Is that okay? So, but that's only if you parry or when you. Hold on, I'm thinking. Okay. Walk me through how a power weapon destroys another weapon, because I'm getting Pendragon confused with.
Yeah, so if you parry a melee attack with a power weapon, and your opponent's weapon isn't a parry weapon, isn't power, then it's destroyed. Or if you attack with a power weapon and they parry with a normal weapon, then you destroy the weapon as well.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. That was your sluggers. This is the squad. I feel like this guy should make a willpower test to see whether or not he stays in the fight. Now he does have.
The other option is he could step out, potentially taking attack of opportunity, and if he survives, he could grenade those 2 guys remaining as well.
That's the other option. And he is at full health at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, all your guys are at full health, so they got hit.
Yeah.
And died instantly.
Yeah, basically, that's pretty much what happened. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. It's a half move, correct?
Yep.
3. Trying to think where would be a good direction for him. I think if we just move him actually closer to friendlies. So let's go ahead and move him here, so I know where he might end up.
All right, so I'll do the attack of opportunity on
That's
my
just
base.
this guy
My
does.
base 37. Oh, he completely missed.
All right, now does this guy have?
No, because they were not sort of in the same. They were not base to base.
Okay, yeah, and I know we don't have like squares or hexes or anything on the
Yeah.
map either, but okay. In that case, he is doing the grenade toss, which is a ballistics.
Yep.
Clearly, he has
plus
the
10.
range. What I don't want to do, of course, is hit myself.
Well, so you won't get the short range because the short range will put him in the blast radius.
Right.
So if you throw it past them, that will be just a plus 10 for ordinary attack.
Yeah, because I'm thinking something like in here.
Yeah.
Because that's 5.8 to him.
So let's use this dice to market this if we need to work out the
Yeah.
variation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're fine,
5.1. Yeah, we'll call it's a breadth of a hair. I almost said a different word, but okay. Ballistics is 35 plus 10.
Plus 10 for ordinary attack.
Well, he moved.
Yep.
No. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
45. That doesn't. No, it's a 6.
No, it's 0.6. It's a hit.
Yep. And then
Okay.
2d10 plus
2d10
2.
plus 2 damage. And he hit by 4 degrees as well, so you can change that 3 to a 4.
Which we will do. So that's 4.
Yeah.
So that's 12, 14 damage.
14 damage minus my armor of 4 and toughness of armor of 2, sorry, toughness of 4 will be 8. That kills both of them.
That is fucking amazing. This dude needs to get a medal.
Right.
Let me bask in this success for a moment here. Because I could not that I was emotionally invested in this. I said, "Cat, stop clawing my feet. I'm trying to do something." Not that I was emotionally invested, but I was definitely like, man, if I can't keep some of my guards, I'm gonna feel kind of stupid or something. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna enjoy that for a moment. All right, now that's the squad.
Yeah.
Next.
Heavy Stubbs.
Is Stubbs, and they do have an angle.
They do.
For the moment on these guys. So they are going to full auto. Primary target is Mr. I've already been shot.
Yep.
Full auto is minus 10. They are
within half range.
I was gonna say I was thinking like, what is it, 50 because it's half of 100?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so that's plus 10. This is a standard
So it's plus 0 altogether.
That does balance out, doesn't it? Because it can't aim.
Yep. Yep.
So that's 35.
And you had to brace your half action because you did a full move.
Oh, that's right.
turn.
I did move. Yep. All right, so 35 is what I'm coming up. That is a miss.
No, 69. Nice.
Nice, but a miss. When did
All right,
James?
Solar.
When does a 69 miss? When you needed it to roll lower. All right, Sola. She has a chainsword, common craft, and she is going to gash that orc right there.
Let me throw an option at you here. You can take an action called all-out attack.
Ah, yes.
All right, so
that sounds like a great idea.
So an all-out attack gives you a bonus on your hit. The penalty is that you then lose your reaction, so you can't parry attacks coming back at you.
I think we can live with that result. I'm looking at all-out attack right now. I just want to make sure I got it. Okay. So this is a plus 30.
Plus 30, and you still get your plus 10 for the ordinary attack as well.
Really?
Actually, no. It's a
because this is not a standard attack, which
it's not. It's a bonus. 10. It's a bonus to an attack. Yeah. So you can't benefit from aim. That's it. But you still get your base ordinary bonus because it just adds plus 30 to the next attack.
Oh, can that combine aim?
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. I'm going to take a plus 40 because that's going to put her
hitting on a 76.
Yeah. With a chainsword. That sounds glorious. With 3 degrees of success.
Okay. Nice. All right.
So chainsword is 1d10 times 2 or plus 2.
1d10 plus 2, but it's tearing once again, so you're rolling twice, taking the best.
I will take.
Oh, that 10 rollover was hard.
I know. Yeah. I was so close to staying. Yeah. So that's 8.
Okay, 8. It's got a pen of 2, so ignore my. So I will take 4. So let's take this. Let's use this guy's. I'm going to change the dice to red to apply. He is below damage now, so he's at negative. He's at -1. Okay. You hit him in the body. 1 critical in the body. We get the chart.
Rending.
Rending is
If you want to look this up.
Combat.
I need to get the critical charts, the critical tables printed or something.
Yeah. Rending body 1. If the target's not wearing armor in this location, you take 1 level of fatigue. If they are wearing armor, there's no effect.
Oh, that's
so he is but he's below, he's at negative health now.
Yeah, now we just gotta, but he also takes, so now also because of that orc trait, I don't remember which one, natural true grit or something like that, I think.
Yep, that's right.
They effectively are taking half damage.
Yeah, right. So that 1 just rounded to half, which is 1.
Yeah,
but so say he takes 4 more, he goes to 5, he treats that as 3.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you have the result.
Yeah, well, he's not halving his damage. His damage still goes to negative whatever, but the effect on the table is halved.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because if you still get to negative 10, well, the effect is 5. So do you have to go to negative 20?
Yeah, you got if for instant death, you have to keep going down. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, that was Gant.
Yeah.
And now it is your Runt Herder's turn, and I believe I'm about to get charged.
Yeah, you are. Congratulations, winner is you.
But he has reactions available to him.
That's right. But he can only parry 1 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so they don't have.
Bet your sweet ass he is too. Sorry.
Yeah. They do have brutal charge. Sorry.
And that gives you like a +10 to your charge attack.
Well, no, you always get +20 charge. Brutal charge, you get to add the value of brutal charge to the damage you make on a charge attack.
Oof.
Which in this case is 2. Now, but that being said, just because you killed their grots, just to disrespect you, they're going to hit you with their grot prods this turn. Okay, so they'll be hitting you on 57s.
Okay.
So first one is a hit 52. So do you want to try and parry that?
I will. For parry, it is weapon skill.
Yep.
Which for him is a 30. Nope. Hold on. 36.
It's parry. It's parry is weapon skill. That's right. But
wait, does he have parry?
He does not. It, which means he's rolling weapon skill -20.
But James, let me throw this one at you though. Can he?
He's trained to dodge though.
Yes,
he can dodge. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He will dip, duck, dodge, dip, and whatever. You get the idea.
35 is what it's looking for.
Yeah. So you for dodging, you roll agility. Yep, 35.
Yep. No.
That is not good for the Commissar.
Okay, so he will take 1d5 plus 5, so that is 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 2 for brutal charge is 9. There's no pen.
Not that it matters.
I hit the 50, so I hit him in the head. Got bopped in the head with a grot rod. Yeah.
Oof. Well, he has armor, despite being a Commissar.
So it was really 9, 4 takes it down to 5, and he's got a toughness of 3, takes it down to 2, so he takes 2 wounds. And because I hit you with a weapon with a shocking trait, you have to make a toughness test.
Toughness is 30.
Yeah.
How's that work for you?
Would you roll?
1.
1. Okay, you're fine.
Now, if I had failed that toughness, what does shocking do?
You are stunned for a number of rounds equal to your degrees of failure.
That does not sound pleasant.
Now the other runt herd on a 57 will miss.
Okay. And that takes us back to the top of the order. We are running a little bit low, let me see. We're 8 minutes over the 2-hour window. Are you good to? I think we've got maybe 1 or 2 rounds left.
We're pretty much done. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and. He has a chainsword. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check my notes. I'm feeling pretty confident.
He does.
About that. He has good
quality. So that does have the +5 to hit on melee weapons.
Okay, so that'll be a +15 then.
Yep. So it's 51.
He's going to go for the one that looks like he's already been shot a few times. So. +15 ballistic. Yep, 51. Like I said. Oh my god.
96. Yeah. In fact, that is a fumble.
Yeah. You know what? He has. I believe. He has. I was gonna say point. Yeah, I was already working my head through it. Or no, he's used. Did I mark it off the wrong one?
I don't think he used it. I don't think he's used
I
his fate point
might
at all.
have used it on the yeah, I did. Because Gant, did he reroll? I wonder if he re-rolled a shot because he was feeling stupid confident or something. I did use it. Alright, well, no, you know what? If the commissar dies, he dies.
Okay.
I can't argue, and I don't remember if I did or did not clearly, specifically use the fate point, so... The slugger.
All right. He's going to try and
I'm gonna
bop
learn how to
your
speak Cockney one day. Just so I can
bop
be...
your head off.
Well, you hope he's going to.
It's 47. That is a
Shit.
hit.
That is a
You
possibility.
can't attempt to parry because you
Correct.
did an all-out attack.
Correct.
Okay, so he is not charged this turn, so he's rolling twice, take the best because it's tearing.
Oof.
Okay, we'll take the 8. 8 plus 7 is 15.
Uh-huh.
It was in the body, so
Minus
reduce
4.
that by 2 to 13.
Or,
I take
yeah.
it 11, so it takes you to -1.
Ooh, so same thing.
So, exact same thing. Yeah, you've got armor, so you won't have any problem with the
Correct. I'm going to change the
yeah.
color of this one to a slightly different shade.
sorry.
Oh, you already did it. You already got it.
Okay.
And it's a slightly different color, too.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, she is in a bad way there.
Yeah. All right. The squad, the one guy that's left.
I also lost you off the table.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, am I disconnected?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been disconnected. Okay, I'll reconnect.
Yeah. That's really weird. We are having connectivity problems here.
Yeah.
Now, this one individual can charge.
Can you go at least 4 inches?
Oh, that's a good question. He cannot.
I mean, look. So this is where it comes down to GM. So technically speaking, because he's got a charge of 12, is he could do like a little sort of like a circular run. You know, like he could basically like run. You know.
Yeah, I get you.
There,
he could do a zigzag thing,
you know,
as long as he gets those last 4 inches in a straight line.
Yeah, it's up to you whether you as a GM feel that is reasonable.
I feel like in this case, considering how close this crew right here is to dying,
Yep.
I feel like that's a legit thing. So yeah, he will do some sort of weird loop thing. So charging, okay, so
plus 20 on your weapon skill test,
which is 35.
Now keep in mind he's also ganging up. Because right now you outnumber your opponent 3 to 1.
Yep.
So the benefit of ganging up is plus 20 to your weapon skill tests.
So we're looking at plus 40 total.
So plus 20 for charging, plus 20 for ganging up. Yep, plus 40 total.
75 is what I need here.
Yep.
That is a hit by 5 degrees.
It is, yep. So roll your damage, 1d5 plus...
Yeah, 1d5 plus something. Plus 2, I think. No, maybe it's 3.
Okay.
We're swapping that.
With the 4, yep. So which becomes 2 on a d5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. You have to effectively cut it in half, yeah?
Yeah, because effectively there are no d5s, it's a d10 system, but you're applying 4 to the dice, which becomes 2 after it's halved.
Okay, so 2, and then it's plus...
3?
Looking. Combat knife. Plus 3. Pen 0.
Yeah, so 5, pen 0 won't get through his armor and toughness.
Well, you know...
you're on 20, right, 20, actually, no, you're on 22, which is a left arm. So, in fact, it will get through because he won't have any armor there. He'll just take the 4, so he'll take 1 damage. Taking him to -2, but it's treated as -1 for the purposes of the crit.
Which is, and that's impact, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check.
No, with the knife is rending still.
No, okay, yeah. It's not rending. Yep, that makes sense.
Rending to the arm.
Most melee attacks are going to be rending.
Yeah, the slashing attack tears free anything that was held in the arm. You hit his left arm, so he's dropped his pistol.
Well, I mean, at least you can't shoot anybody right now.
Yeah.
All right, that's the squad.
Heavy stubber squad.
Yeah, stubbers. They can't do shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's engaged in melee, so their only option right now is to
cheer.
Well, actually, I could make an argument. Arguably they would also have a knife.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
The 2 of them.
Yeah.
So
they can only charge 9, so they can't.
Yeah, they could do a full move and more or less leave the weapon behind. So that's a 3-6. I'm gonna move obviously the whole thing, but
Yeah.
they are
I can
moving.
go a bit further forward. You're like there.
Yeah, that's fine. They are definitely moving and brandishing knives menacingly. Because they really can't do anything else. Let's see. 8
So Solar has the ganging up bonus. So she is
plus
if
20.
she attacks.
But
Yeah, so if she attacks normally, it's plus 30. If it's all out attack, it's plus 60.
which is the max, by the way. Something I read
Yep.
also before we started tonight. So that's gonna put her at 96.
96.
Yeah. Jeez, if I miss, it's a fumble. Fuck me! Why do I do this to myself?
Well, you hit. It's fine.
Oh, I read it backwards. Never mind. I read
Yeah,
98
80
instead of 89.
No,
I'm sorry.
You said
I'm
black
sorry.
first, yeah. All right, roll twice, take the best.
Oh man. I'll
Okay.
take the 10.
Emperor's
Plus-
Wrath. Chance for
Ooh.
Emperor's Wrath. You rolled a natural 10 with a character, with a faded character on the
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. Look.
double checking how they do Emperor's Wrath in this one because it changed a little bit. I think with this version.
I'm double checking. I think it's if the damage goes through, I get to roll more damage. So if the armor isn't able to absorb.
Previously, you had to make a second attack roll with the same bonus. If you hit, you had
if the attack
damage.
If the attack dealt damage after being reduced by armor and toughness, then the shot becomes more severe. The attacker then rolls 1d5 and consults the critical hit table.
That's right.
Appropriate to the damage type and location.
Well, let's resolve the attack first. So you've done 10 plus
2. I'm looking at the wrong one, but I think it's the same because they both have chainsaws. Yeah, plus 2.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Plus 12
to the.
It was in the leg. Was that because it was 89, which is the left leg?
Yep.
So he has no armor there. So he reduced it by 4. He takes 8, which drops him to minus 10.
And
Rending in the leg.
minus 5.
So it's minus 5 after True Grit. So that will become. Let's see. In a spray of blood, the target's leg is deeply slashed, exposing bone, sinew, and muscle. The target suffers blood loss and must make a challenging toughness test or suffer 1 permanent point of agility damage. And then also roll a d5 for what the critical effect is of your Emperor's Wrath. 2. So on top of that, you split his kneecap open. He must make an agility test or fall prone.
Oh man, this guy's his leg is just chewed up hamburger meat at this point.
So first one, he needs a toughness test, this is to avoid ability, which he fails, so he's a point of agility loss. And agility test with his new now reduced agility, he may still pass. His agility is 30. No, he's finally going to 29, so he doesn't get knocked prone. But boy, is he looking hurt.
Yeah, that leg. I'm just imagining that this single attack started at the upper thigh and worked its way down the kneecap before the blade retreated from his body.
Yeah.
Or the teeth of the chainsword, I should say.
Okay, the runt herds.
Yep.
They will change to their choppers now.
I bet.
So they are trying to hit on 47s.
They have... What's their shooter thingy? Is it a slugger?
Slugger, yeah.
Now, is the slugger a pistol or a rifle?
It's a pistol.
Well, it's a pistol, obviously.
Yeah.
So theoretically, they could still shoot him, or is that different in only
war? It's a two weapon thing. So effectively, you're firing the 2 weapons at a penalty, and with their pistols being 19 skill, like there's no point in them.
Oh yes, I forgot that their ballistics is really low.
Okay, so that is a hit with a 2. So that will be in the 20, which is the arm. I don't think their weapon. Yeah, I don't think their armor is tearing. Their armor is tearing. No, it's not. I know it's tearing. Yeah, unbalanced tearing. Okay, so first one is highest is an 8 plus 7 is 15. With 2 penetration brings it to 13, and toughness brings it down to 10. So you take 10 wounds on him. He's down to 2 remaining.
Can he dodge?
Attempt to parry or dodge. He can, yes.
Okay, so and with a dodge, that's just agility, correct? That's
right, but he's got to get 2 degrees success because I got 2 degrees success. He's got to equal that roll.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the worst case is he eats a bunch of damage. I'm looking for my agility. 35. Looking for 2 degrees here. That is not gonna do it. That's barely a failure too. Okay.
Second attack.
So he's taking 10 points of damage. Am I reading that
Yeah, that's
right?
right. Yep.
So
All right, second
that's
attack
going to knock
missed.
him down to 2. Okay. And what was the second guy?
He missed. He
Oh,
missed.
he missed. Okay. All right. That is it for the Gretchen. And
Yep. Commissar.
Almazar, in a fit of rage, he will do an all-out attack with his sword on the one that's already a bit mangled there.
All right.
I'm verifying numbers here. So 36, and then all out is
76 will be a number. So 81 because it's also good quality.
okay. I missed something. So plus
So
plus 10
so
for
ordinary attack brings it
Yep.
46.
Yep.
Plus 30 for all attack brings you to 76.
Got it.
Plus 5 for good quality.
So 81. Ha!
81 exactly. Okay.
In
arm,
Pendragon, that'd
roll,
be a critical.
yeah, roll twice and take the best result because it's tearing.
Yep. 7 plus 2 is 9.
9. He's got no armor in the arm, so he will just take a straight 5, dropping him down to 1 remaining.
Okay, I keep forgetting. I wasn't looking for the little line. I thought I saw 9. I was like, that would have killed him, but it didn't. Okay, and that is it for him. And this round coming, he cannot react.
Yep.
All right, Sluggus, the one.
Yep.
With a mangled leg.
That's it. He's gonna try. He's still trying to kill you.
As an orc should.
Yep. All right. So 47. He's hit. You've wired attack, so you can't dodge that.
Correct.
So it will be the worst there is 8, 15. You reduce that by a total of 4 down to 11. That'll take you to minus 12 in the arm. I can guarantee that will be fatal for that person. I've already taken that because he's only got 2 toughness.
So that's okay. So that's going to go to what's
minus 12.
Minus 12 for critical and all that.
Yeah, which is anything more than 9 is instant death.
Yeah.
So at this point, as a player character, you would burn a fate point. So that means you permanently reduce your fate by 1.
Right.
And instead you recover to 1 hit point. And you're sort of like on the edge of the battlefield. Like, you're sort of like, we thought you were dead, but you sort of like, you just managed to pull away and, you're removed from harm's way, but you actually survived the battle.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Somehow you got away. That sucks for a player character. I'd just kill the character right out. Be like, yeah, sorry about your bad luck.
All right, your squad guy.
Yep, and he's knifing. He is.
Yeah, so he's still ganging up. He's getting plus 10 for ganging up, though, not plus 20 though. Because
is it plus 10 for each additional person? Is that how that works?
It's plus 10 for double, plus 20 for 3 or more times.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so plus 10, so it takes it up to 46. 56
more
with
for ordinary attack.
Yep, 56.
All out attack.
Oh, you know
86.
What? Well, I got a 31.
Okay, didn't need to then. That's fine.
Yeah.
So roll your
1d5 plus 2, I think. That's 4.
So that's
no, that's 5.
Yeah, plus 2 is
7.
Going to take it to 7.
I'm sorry, that's plus 3. Plus 3 for the knife.
Okay, so we'll take it to 8. He will get 4 off that, so he takes him to minus 14. So it's 7 rending in the arm.
Fucking die!
It probably won't outright kill him, but it'll probably like he'd be dying, imminently, sort of thing. Okay. 7 rending in the arm. The attack rips apart skin, muscle, bone, and sinew with ease, turning the target's arm into a dangling ruin. The target suffers D10 strength damage. The arm is broken until repaired. The target counts as having only 1 arm. In addition, numerous veins have been severed, and the target is now suffering blood loss. Speaking of which, he was suffering blood loss already, so he would have taken an extra point of damage.
Oh yeah.
So we'll take it to 15, but 15 we'll actually run to 18 then. Sorry. So in actuality, with an assortment of unnatural wet ripping sounds, the arm flies free of the body, trailing blood behind it in a crimson arc. The target must immediately make a toughness test or die from shock. If he's passed, he is stunned for D10 rounds and suffers blood loss. He only has 1 arm. So let's roll for his toughness test.
Which is going to be tough. No pun.
No, you rolled a 9. So
Well,
But
I
he's
meant more.
stunned.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tough from my perspective, which means he's probably going to pass.
He's stunned for 5 rounds though, so you'll be at basically he
Like,
can't take any action for 5 rounds. He'll just be coup de grace.
I'm just gonna say, I'm
Yeah.
literally going to say coup de grace. It's funny
Yeah.
how we both had the same word in mind. All right.
Yeah. And in actuality, if you're playing this normally, the player playing Solar Gant would now act on their turn using their comrade with Solar Gant stats. If you follow, like effectively,
One more time because I distracted myself trying to update my initiative tracker here.
So when you got to Solar Gant's initiative, actually, because Solar Gant is out of the fight, but her comrade is still in.
Correct. And
you
I would use
act comrade using Solar Gant stats, basically.
Gotcha. And of course, comrade would finish the fucker off.
Yeah. Now, sometimes, you might want to say, okay, well, in this particular case, this person wouldn't have the same equipment. Like the assistant to a sergeant, isn't another enlisted. It's not enlisted, but it isn't another sergeant. It's more like a I don't know. What would you? I think it tells you in the book what a sergeant's offsider is, doesn't it?
I'm sure it does.
Yeah,
but I think it's a box operator.
Yeah, so the Vox operator may not have a chainsword, for example.
Right, and I think
yeah.
I know what I was envisioning for here tonight, that the comrade would be basically another guardsman, except this guy happens to have a radio on his back, so he would effectively have everything else plus a radio.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if exactly the rules would cover that, but I would probably hand wave that, because real world, your radio guy carries the same shit as everybody else plus a radio.
Yeah, but not like he wouldn't necessarily carry what the senior officer, not senior officer, but what your sergeant's carrying.
Yeah, exactly. Or in this case, because it's 40K, he's probably not going to have a chainsword. He's going to have a combat knife, just like every other guardsman. He's not a sergeant. He's not important. He's not special. He's the telephone guy. Anyway, So for the squad's move,
they should be within charge range now, I think.
No, the squad. Which is which they did their attack.
Yeah.
And then I'm fucking myself up here. I'm getting
presumably they'd be staying in combat to kill the York next turn or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking. So next up is the stubber rather.
Yep.
Heavy studs.
Who are within range to charge.
And they are definitely going to charge at well, there's 2 of them. Unless you want to argue that, which I'm fine with. But there's 2, the gunner and AG.
Fight each one. Yeah.
So 1-to-1. Charging.
Jesus.
But
plus 20 for charging.
Yeah. And that's the only modifier, correct?
That's right. Yep.
So plus 20, 35. So it's 55. First one, oh my god. Horrifically misses.
Second one. Oh, misses by 1.
Fucking guardsmen.
All right. We'll have the herders turn and attack the guardsmen. So we're needing 47s here. First one will hit. Doing 10, 17 damage. That will kill one of the 2 gunners. The other one will also hit, doing exactly the same again, 17. So they charge in, do nothing, and get wiped out in response.
But they kept the commissar alive, James.
Alive. That's
for
true.
One more opportunity to do something before he himself is wiped out.
Right. So now, I mean, I assume you probably just say now that so Commissar next, right?
Yeah.
Out of order. Yeah.
Commissar is again going to do the all-out attack because he's got to at least take one of these fuckers with him. Which will be the one that's already mangled. So what do we end up with? Like plus 40, I think.
Plus, because you got all that attack plus yes, plus 40 total. Okay. Plus 45.
That's right, 45. So it's 36. Oh God, my brain just shut down. 81 is the number.
81. Yep.
Fuck me.
98.
This poor fucking commissar.
All right. Sluggers do nothing. Presumably the squad guy
Yeah,
just
they're gonna
kills the
finish him
slugger.
off.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you
it,
can
yeah.
go ahead and take him off of there.
Yep.
In fact, let's update our stuff here. So, Soligant is now going to be Comrade. The Gretchen are going to be
Just herders.
herders. Oops. What else we got? The squad is so in the military, when you have a formation of a certain size is reduced for some reason, we make it squad minus.
Oh yeah.
So yes.
I probably do have to bow now, I'm afraid. So
No worries, no worries.
yeah.
We're at a good stopping point.
You get the idea though, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think just like anytime you do a tabletop game, the first couple of sessions are going to be a little herky
Getting
jerky,
used to it.
trying to get all the rules and everything. But people will figure out what works and generally stay with that until they find something new to try.
Now, one thing I didn't do there that it's worth noting, and this is something I do as a GM too, is when you talk about mooks, like in all those melee attacks when you were attacking with knives with the guard, I could have been making dodge or parry rolls for the orcs, but it just slows it down.
Yeah.
Like unless it's like a major character, I don't bother with defensive rolls. Just assume that they're just fighting normally all the time and not trying to avoid.
Yeah. And you know what? And not for nothing, I forgot about the reaction options. Dodge and parry.
Yeah,
for my guards,
all those soldiers had, they could have done it too when I was fighting them too. So
yeah, exactly. All right, well, we did definitely go a little bit longer than I anticipated, and James has got to get out of here, so I'm going to give him a quick moment to say whatever he wants to say as he heads on out, and then we'll wrap. James, please.
Thanks for having me. I guess if you want to see more of what I do, check out AP Game Reels channel or check out my YouTube channel, which is Grimdark Podcast, where you can see lots and lots of Blood Bowl, some of which features Omar Krieg here.
Yeah. In fact, I have a match tomorrow night.
You do, yeah. Against a player who's notoriously sweaty.
That's okay. I'm still trying to figure out how Thassa is going to react to the idea of vampires being that close to him, so I'm not sure yet. But James, if you got to take off, by all means, go ahead and take off. I am just going to wrap this up. Thanks for stopping by, my friends. Thanks for hanging out, even if it was just for a little bit, or if all you did was lurk in the shadows. It's appreciated nonetheless. If you are watching this on YouTube, which I'm assuming at this point you probably are, please, if you enjoyed the show, consider liking and subscribing and all that crazy nonsense. But more importantly to me, please consider joining the Discord, the link for which will be in the description below. And I think that's all I got. So, have a good one, my friends. Stay safe out there. This world is a crazy, dark place, so make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. And as for me and mine, we're out of here. See you next time.